Hey, what's up, everybody? Rajay back again. We are actually new and improved with the new streaming service. So we are actually starting to roll with StreamYard now. So welcome for you guys actually checking in. Hopefully you guys like how this is actually set up. I'm actually digging it. Not having much more of the hang-ups like we had with the Hangouts. So hopefully you guys will stick around and enjoy the show. Big shout out to Billy, Backwoods Billy, who was here a little bit earlier, who ended up commenting, I guess I'm early, and there's no beer here. Well, wait. Okay, time to go to the bar. LOL. See you soon. Cheers. So Billy will be back. Of course, we had Eric Gilbert commenting, Go Pack Go, with a special shout out to Eric, a Lions fan, who responded, Go Lions. So he had a response there, and then Gilbert says, cheers, son. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in that regular cast of characters you become accustomed to, except a little bit of a switch up for this week. So we don't have Average Joe, but we actually have Kyle from No Hype Beer Reviews making his first appearance in here as part of the Beer Flow Show. Welcome, Kyle. Nice to have you aboard, my friend.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me, obviously. And I was saying this to the other guys before, big upgrade from Joe, so you guys are welcome.
Well, yeah.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
You're welcome, America, right? So we got Kyle in the house, and of course we got Eric in here. Eric, a Lions fan. Make sure you check out his channel as well. And then we have Todd as well kicking it. So everybody coming in nice and smooth, as you can see. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I'm liking the visuals. I'm liking the sound thus far. Everything seems to be working very nicely there.
I like how our names are all down here so people know who's who.
Yeah. So it makes it nice because before, at a point, we used to be able to do that on Google Hangouts, and then it got choppy at times, and you really couldn't make out things. And StreamYard seems to really be on top of it thus far. So they're doing a nice little job, and hopefully going forward, we'll have some good things happening here. Earth just signed in the chat. He says, everyone is doing StreamYard, it seems. And why wouldn't you? Why deal with the Google BS if you don't have to? So I said. So, and welcome Earth as the Earth turns. So, beers tonight. What's everybody drinking? I'm going to actually drink some more of this Quadrotropic IPA from Land Grant. So this is one that I picked up on the beer run recently. If you saw the beer run video, it was one of the 6-pack. Funny thing is, I picked up this one as a 6-pack. It was the version 103. I picked up one by itself, not realizing I thought I'd overbought the same thing, so I drank it. Well, that was version 102. Missed an opportunity for a beer review. Not that I don't have enough beers for others. I'm just saying I missed one there, and that kind of it bothered me for a bit because you hate to miss a beer review if you got a beer you haven't done yet. So. But we move on. We're on to the 103. The 102 is now gone. I will tell you, what's a good beer, though. So what are you guys drinking tonight? We'll start with Kyle, since you're the new guy on the block. New kid on the block.
So much pressure, geez. So I got this. I was at Matt from Acid Beer Review did like a beer tube get together, and one of the guys there's a brewer at this brewery called River Horse. So he brought some beers that they weren't filled correctly. So this one was only maybe like, I don't know, 80% filled. Jersey Mist, so it's kind of like a, Mist 7-Up kind of a beer. It's an IPA with, I always mispronounce it. How do you pronounce it? Mutaka, the hop?
Oh, what is
Not sure.
Motueka, Matuka. Lemon drop and citra, and then it has lemon and lime juice in it too. But they call it an IPA, but it's 9.3%. So,
well, that's an imperial level at that point. But
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
nice.
It'll get you where you need to go.
True that.
And it's good. It's very good.
All right. And Todd, what you got?
I'm cracking into another can of one in your backyard. The Listerman. Let me get it straight here. Pride.
Get off of my yard.
The Pride beer from the Stonewall Inn. Their little
for the Pride
beer.
Month. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's a let's see what it's 12.5% Berliner Weiss brewed with rainbow sherbet.
Go big or go home.
I think I had it on the show a couple weeks ago, but I had one left. There's still drink by November or August, so still good.
Go big or go home, Todd.
That's right. Start it out right.
Are you working tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, just checking.
Oh yeah.
It's never stopped me before.
True that. He ain't scared.
That's right. And I got one on deck. I'm letting them warm up. It's a Reckless Ale Works from Columbia, Maryland, barrel aged with cherries and vanilla, Imperial Stout, 11.5. So there you go.
Nice.
We're just gonna knock them out and be done.
Nice. And Eric, what do you got there? Sunbatting cleanup.
So, Brad, what was that big cipher there, buddy?
Oh no! Just say you're batting cleanup. Come on in there, dog.
So first, I'm starting out with my favorite adjunct lager. We're gonna go with a little Miller Lite here first, and then on deck or next up is I'm actually gonna have the Dragon's Milk Maple Oak.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Still haven't seen that
What
one.
are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm so jealous, man. That's awesome.
The funny thing about this is I can get this 4-pack after 4-pack after 4-pack still.
I'm at the Miller Lite.
Oh. Sorry, man. Sorry.
No, I mean,
That's the go. That's without saying.
Man,
And then to top it all off, I think I'm just gonna have a good old A&W root beer.
nice.
Oh, there you go. No ice cream though. You could have made a float.
I know. I don't. I didn't buy any ice cream this week, Rod.
See if you have. There you go. That's on you.
Yeah, that's on me.
Have any ice cream there?
I know.
Let me grab one thing back here.
Yeah, we still haven't seen that maple one yet here.
I feel like
4-pack. There's so many 4-packs here, Todd. If you guys want some, I can get you some.
I actually do have it here now. I saw it in one spot. I just haven't picked it up yet.
I bet we average about every third of those special releases we get. It's not every one, but it's probably about every third.
Now, did you get the banana clove? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that was one of the ones we did get. Yeah.
And did you get the raspberry hibiscus? I think is what it was.
That one I just saw. Yeah.
See, I haven't seen that one yet either.
The banana coconut was the bomb, just saying.
Oh, banana coconut. I thought it was clove.
I think you could have enjoyed that one, Eric.
Sorry, buddy.
Thumbs down.
Seriously, the coconut wasn't heavy on it. You probably could have got away with that one.
Joe's going to be like, for fuck's sake, Eric, just try the banana coconut.
Eric, don't hate, appreciate. So.
That's a really
Put
good
that Miller Lite down and
there.
have that banana coconut.
Yeah. I think you would have enjoyed it. I think you're hard
Honestly,
You're
I
hard
can
on
still get
yourself.
that beer. I can still get that beer.
Yeah. I think you should get it. Sooner or later, you'll find something you really enjoy there. Let's see.
So was next month coming up for the double two-hearted, Eric? Is it
Next month, I'm got
Next
the first
week?
off, Todd.
that's next week?
I got August 1st is the kickoff for it, so I'm going to Bell.
Nice.
You lucky son.
Yeah, some bitch.
The jealousy continues.
Yeah.
Lyft, can you give me a ride home?
Let's see here. So we had we had Eric Gilbert commenting in. The other sniper is going to be creeping after that comment talking about him earlier, and because he clarified with that. Randy Garrett's in the house. So I found the 103 here. Oh, he has not found the 103 here yet, but he's enjoying a Mad Tree Psychopathy.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one too. Yeah. The land grant is out of Columbus, Ohio. I picked that one up. I think I got the 6-pack at Cornerstone in Columbus, one of my little hideaway spots when I'm in Columbus. I hit that place. Great little bottle shop. I actually took some photos, put them on Yelp, and they picked some of my photos to advertise on Yelp from. So not saying I'm a great photographer. I just got an eye sometimes, And then Earth says, I say Mutaka.
Mutuka.
And then Jamie Weiss in the house says, hype. I don't know if that's for hype or no hype, or hype around some of the beer.
All the above.
Albert Gilbert. I'm a Mantler cream ale or Man Antler cream ale. Come with the yeast cake haze. That's one of the ones out of Canada. Flat Earth in the house says, "Hey guys, StreamYard's looking pretty good. I like it. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the response there. I'm digging it. I'm not going to lie. Oh my goodness, look who's back! Craft Beer Pours.
Craft Beer Pours. What's going on, brother?
Cheers.
It's been a while.
Cheers.
Trish has to be getting close with the baby now, so I'm sure that's taking up some of the time on things that he's doing. So some great participation in there from the comments and the people. Oh, then we also have Desert Discoveries in. Says hello, Rajay. Welcome, and actually met him on one of the streams for Beer Man, which is another great one. So Beer Man will probably be around at some point. He's actually in Oregon time, so he's 3 hours behind us. So he might be just getting settled in after dinner. But another great channel there. And Flat Earth says hello to Desert Discoveries as well, who was also on that stream too. So some good stuff happening as we sit back and enjoy the beers right now. Anybody finding anything great about any of the beers they're having? Anything sticking out? Anything you want to talk about on the beer?
Mine's less filling and it tastes great.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Whoa.
Is that barrel aged? Is that a barrel aged one, Eric? That's all we want to know.
Could they barrel age a Miller Lite? There's a challenge.
Hey, if they barrel aged pretty much a Pabst Blue Ribbon and it was, or Labatt Blue, and it was
Enough said, huh?
That Blue, there was a barrel aged version of that.
Yes, it was their Prohibition series. If you look it up, you'll find it.
That's like a slow day around the brewery, I take it.
Oh man, I was like bloop 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 down the drain it went.
It's like I wonder what that would taste like barrel aged. What's it taste like now? Like shit? Well, I guess it'll be like shit again. Except for whiskey.
That was the first beer I ever, the non-barrel version, obviously, but that was the first beer I ever liked. But I haven't had one, and I make for a good beer review. I should do one of those because it's been maybe a decade. It's been a while.
Yeah, I always tease about Labatt, but I've had it once in a while. So actually, when I made beer chili, I've used it in there before because that gave it a good sweetness for the chili and stuff. Because you're not going to pour like a $10 craft beer into the beer chili. I mean, that's just ludicrous. That's the $1.50 ones are for.
Exactly.
Depends on if you want good chili or shitty chili. I don't know.
Well, some chili's going to be shitty regardless. I mean.
True.
Now,
Good point.
I've had chili with stout in it. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I made one time. I used Golden Rose gingerbread stout for chili. That was really good. So.
Yeah, I've only ever used stouts. I'll have to branch out a little bit.
Yeah, like the gingerbread one comes out, I think around December, maybe late November, and that was a good one with the sweetness from like the gingerbread flavor into the chili. Really worked well. So
I bet it'd be good if you use one of the stouts, like the odd side, like the chili pepper or one of the peppered type stouts. That would be pretty good.
Yeah,
Like
that would definitely work.
Get a little chocolate and chili pepper in it. That'd be pretty interesting, I think.
We get all hungry again tonight.
How's that beer with the you said sherbet in it?
Yeah, so I was going to say when Rod asked, it tastes basically like a liquid rainbow sherbet. If you think of the old, different mixed rainbow sherbet, kind of just tastes like a liquefied sherbet in liquid form. It's really good, but I will say it. What I say, 12.2%. You get zero alcohol present, so this thing could be. I'm sitting here and about half done with the can already. I'm like, that could be deadly.
That's dangerous.
Especially on a hot summer day like we've had the last week or so. It'd be like, whoo, you could drink some of those and probably don't remember going to bed that night.
That happened to Bill Cosby's dates.
Nice.
Hey. We should laughing at that man saying, well, he did it to himself, I guess. Well, actually, he did it to them, but he put himself in.
True.
He put himself in that position as well. So. This hole gets deeper and deeper, so I'm going to drink a beer off of that.
So about yours, Kyle? How's yours? Flavors
Good,
are
nice,
getting.
man. I mean, I love lemon and lime, so like having actual lemon and lime juice in it, like that, so it doesn't come across artificial. Sometimes I think that stuff does. So yeah, I think actually it's really good. Yeah.
Where'd you get the Bourbon County shirt at?
So when
I'll rock that on here. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Hey, what the people wanted.
A big roar from the crowd.
Yeah, like, is this what I look like on camera? So I bought it in 2015, a bunch of Bourbon County. That was the infection year. And
okay.
none of my regular was infected, but my coffee stouts and my barley wines were. So I was able to get the refund, and then they sent with the refund these shirts. And I'm like all torso, so I always have to get tall shirts. And oddly, this one fit as a regular shirt, so it's like one of the few shirts I can actually wear that fits. Yeah. But yeah, that's the exciting
Nice.
story. I got the shirt. Yeah.
Awesome.
I need to get some more beer shirts. I haven't got it in a while. I think the last one I got was a couple of Guinness ones.
Yeah, I'm a teacher, so like I don't wear a lot of them out just in case I see like families or students or whatever. But I should get some more beer T-shirts. Yeah.
So let me ask you, because you're a teacher, does anybody like know you do the channel, and like, do you ever get like questions from any of the parents or anything? Or
No, I mean I was pretty careful about it in my old job. But yeah, a couple of kids who are like adults now. I've been teaching for 11 years, so. But yeah, a couple of them had found it. Actually, just last night we did our first intramural volleyball game. About a year ago, we moved to a new area, and one of the guys on my team was a former. I had his sister, but he's a former student. So like he shows up with a treehouse beer. I'm like, all right, yeah, I guess we can talk beer, So like guys like that know about it, but yeah, current students. I haven't had any parents. And, it's not like somebody get fired for it, but I also don't need like,
yeah,
kids be like, hey, drinking a beer. Look at this.
Kids in class. Hey, my dad said, "Do you know what beer you want to drink with ribs?" Be fair with.
My father was a teacher too, and he had those same things when he would, when he was off and he had a beer in his hand. He would always kind of think like, "Man, is that gonna come back to haunt me?" kind of thing.
Especially now with cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't need to invite that in my life. Yeah.
I mean, where I'm at, I work in the financial area, so I don't deal with the people. I deal with like actual advisors and stuff. But at first I wasn't concerned about some of that stuff. But then when my company asked me to do beer tastings at the office, I'm like,
game on.
Definitely must be on board with it. I'll go ahead and post more. Because I wasn't even going to listen on LinkedIn on a few things. But I'm like, well, if you guys all know I'm doing it, you're all cool. It's like they had us do it once, and they had us come back and do it another time. We did it twice in the last year. And it was like, well, shit, we're good to go. And some of my reps, they love it. They asked me all kinds of things to pair with for beer and different ones to try, and if I had different things. So it's been great for conversations and stuff too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, so you get that little apprehension. I know some of the guys that run their channels, like, they got to make sure not to wear their work shirts. They got to cover with a paper clip, or not a paper clip, a chip clip, or whatever it may be, to make sure it's blocked out and everything. So that does come into play for some. And then we also have Vanessa Kitty in the chat who says hello. It says she makes a nice elk chili. I've never had elk. I would be interested to see what that tastes like.
I haven't either.
Speaking of wild animals, I've had bison. But did you guys see the bison video of the kid?
No.
Okay, I'll see if I can pull that up here while we're doing it. There was basically out of Yellowstone. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you can't really put on the kid as much. Like, where's the parents have to really do it? You go to Yellowstone, they tell you to stay a certain amount of space away from animals. Todd sent a Morse code again.
I was the only one who heard that.
And apparently the kid got too close to the bison, and the bison charged it and knocked this kid up in the air. The kid was okay now, under injuries and stuff, but it's like, you got to obey the rules. You're going to these things. It's just surprising, some of that. I mean, if you watch the video, you don't want to laugh, of course, because the kid getting hit, but it's kind of like, I got a sick sense of humor sometimes, and it's kind of like a little bit chuckle, but it's like, well, the kid's okay, but why are you that close to the kid anyway? And let's see, Paul's in the house. Paul says, chance.
What's up, Paul?
Watching. Desert Discovery says chili sounds good. When is chili not good?
So, question since that was brought up, chili in the summertime, yay or nay?
I can
yeah.
eat it in the summer.
It's not like Wendy's closes it down on chili. I mean, anybody likes chili. You can eat it.
Well, I know, but I was talking about making it about a month ago, and Shannon was like, "You're making chili? It's hot outside." I'm like, "Every food you eat's hot. What difference if it's chili or not, right?"
Yeah.
So the question is, a bowl of soup, chili, whatever, is that okay in the summertime?
Can you eat a chili dog in the summertime?
Hell yes.
Well, yes.
So you're just removing the dog. That's all you're doing.
Exactly. That's my point. That was my point. That's my point.
No
I'd eat it. I wouldn't cook. I try to not cook in the house when it's hot. So grilling, smoker, but I would.
Well, true,
eat it. Yeah.
true. Yeah.
So you guys.
What kind of smoker do you have? Oh, sorry, Rod.
Oh no, I was going to ask you guys are big grillers or smokers, but go ahead.
I have an electric one. I know it's not authentic, but it's so much easier. Actually, I haven't gotten it out this summer. I'm doing it tomorrow for the first time this summer. I think it's Char Grill's the brand, but it's nice. It's got the window in the front so you can see it cooking and everything. And yeah, I like it. Good size for the family. Yeah.
I started out with an electric one, and I just recently this summer moved into a pellet smoker.
How do you like it?
Oh, I love it. It's way better than the electric.
Yeah.
You get more of the intense smoke flavor if you want that, And plus, I don't know about you, but like the electric grill I had, it seemed like you had to add wood to it every 30 minutes or so to get continuous flavor. And with the pellet grill, it just keeps feeding and feeding and feeding. Yeah. So that's nice. Yeah.
No, that's true.
Looks good. Yeah.
What about you, Eric? You got like a grill or smoker?
I grill, but I got to buy parts for it because it's all been rusted out down the bottom, and I haven't used my grill all year, so I got to get new parts for it. But if I do grill, it's like steaks, burgers, that sort of thing. Pretty much, like bratwurst, all that stuff. So
yeah, I got rid of my grill a few years ago and never replaced it, but I don't know. I may get it back again at some point. I like grilling. I just never went back and got everything. But
honestly, I use my George, since I'm obviously single, so I use my George Foreman a hell of a lot more than I would ever use.
Well, I'm married. I got a George Foreman. I got to be single for a
Well, I'm just
knock the grease off, son.
They're awesome. Yeah.
Man, right? Make me feel that big, brother.
Everybody can get a little George Foreman action.
They're only for single people.
Only for single.
Here we go. Here we go.
I love George Foreman. I'm being serious, man. I love those grills. They're convenient, easy, easy to clean up. I'll use it as a panini maker.
Paninis. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, there you go.
You can do like some grilled cheese stuff on there and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got the set it and forget it of it too. I got that years ago, and I'll use that for like roasts and chicken. You can do like Cornish hens, all kinds of stuff in that thing. That's pretty simple. And we also got,
is that one of those kind of like convection type oven things?
Like you put it in there in two spokes and it just rotates the whole time.
Oh yeah. Is that the Ron? What was his name? The Ronco?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Set it and forget it. And what else I got? I've never used it. We have an Instapot down there.
I've heard those things are amazing, but I've never used one.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really good. I haven't used them, but then one of the reasons I haven't used them is I got to look at how we have to clean them and stuff, because I was reading an article online about how you can actually get maggots growing in if you don't clean them out properly. That's been
liners, Rod. Get the liners.
Yeah, get the liners.
Instapot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, there you go. Because I got dumplings. I can steam those son of guns if I mess with it. So
put a liner in it. Put your stuff in there. Close the top, and then when you're done, it just bloop, comes right out. You don't even have to clean it.
Oh, I like that thinking. All right. It's the pot. It's the liner.
We do that with our slow cookers. Just buy the little liners for them.
Yeah, they're like for crock pots, but you can use them in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Then we got a couple of ninjas, and then we got what's the other one that's out there too, like in Blender, the Vitamix. We got that down. It's like all this stuff. Okay. Never really use as much. It's all around the way. We
have one of those ninjas. Those things are awesome too.
Yeah. Well, the Vitamix cracks down on stuff like things that the Ninja can't even crack. So
really?
I would crush almost anything in there. Probably put a Tonka toy in there to get crunched. Plastic. I'm talking about the old school metal, son. Kids today don't even know about those. You can cut your hand.
The OG, real deal.
Yeah, you make a kid cry, hit him with a Tonka truck from back in the day. I mean, you're going to the emergency room when those.
And then you gotta hope it's not rusted out on the front end when you get.
Not lately, because you're gonna need it. You got hit with a Tonka truck. But we rolled. That's how we rolled back in the day. We didn't need helmets when we rode bikes. I'm just saying.
That's right.
And we flipped a lot of bikes.
You guys, any of you guys have an air fryer?
Oh yeah.
We have the air fryer now. That's another thing that we got too. I use that for like wings and potatoes, fries, onion rings, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. Yeah.
We bought one when they first come out. I don't know how many years ago it's been now, but we've had it forever. Those things are great too.
Yeah. I actually made a steak in it too, and it actually came out really nice as well.
Oh, I've never tried the steak in there.
Yeah, it's a nice thing, and I guess it drained the grease down too, so it was good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I use mine a lot for hot dogs. Just throw hot dogs in there.
Yeah.
I've never done hot dogs. I put the hot dogs on a Foreman grill though.
Yeah.
Well, and then you can get a nice little char if you kind of like them charred a little bit. They're great in the air fryer. You just get them real nice and get some crispness to them. They're good in those things.
Nice. Didn't think about the hot dogs. Let's see here. Oh, and are you guys hearing the music come through there as well?
Yeah.
Already. All right. So
Yep.
I always give a shout out to my boys over there. MU Free Music for YouTube, just using some of their tracks. And if you haven't checked out their channel, check them out. Everything is royalty free. You can use their music for anything. They do pretty good stuff. Let me go down here. 23 KC in the house. Said, "What's up, fellas? Welcome, 23. Great to have you on board, brother." Paul has said panty dropper kind of beer. Dropping the panties. Was it the Miller Lite, Paul? Was that the panty dropper beer?
Yeah,
For sure. For sure.
Was that the Miller Lite, buddy?
Basement Broham in the house says, "Cheers, guys. I see no hype is in Joe's spot, so I can only assume Beer Patrol was murdered in New Jersey this past weekend." Hashtag Buffalo Tears.
You guys want to hear a weird story about that?
Well, I was going to say that's a good segue because you were there. So how was everything? Give us a little story, a little rundown and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was great. Matt was an awesome host, very gracious with it, opening up his home to people, and good beers. Went to 2 local breweries; those were a lot of fun. And then we had some good beers. Being Matt, we did a lot of blind beer reviews. We kind of like 2 cameras set up there, so we should you'll see content on my channel, Joe's channel, Massive Beer Reviews, and the Nerd Sense guys channel. So definitely 4 channels worth of stuff, and being in each other's videos and stuff was a lot of fun. But anyway, so the random Joe thing. So that was Saturday. Joe was in a different Airbnb. The Nerd Sense guys and I stayed in a different Airbnb. So Sunday we leave. We don't say goodbye to Joe because he's somewhere else. So I leave. New Jersey. We're both going back to New York. Both upstate, other sides of the state though. And at one point I pulled over to talk to my cousin. He called me. He was having a problem. I talked to him for like an hour. Get back on the road. Anyway, I'm starving. I need some caffeine. I stop at a Dunkin' Donuts. In walks Joe, middle of nowhere, New York State. I mean, I was there for 5 minutes. And we were probably, 2.5 hours away from where Matt lives. I mean, it was just so freaking random.
But see, Joe has these sniper skills and these skills where he tracks people. I mean,
I should be concerned, right? That's weird.
That is weird.
All the places to walk into, you're right here where I am.
Yeah, I was waiting for. I was looking at the workers, waiting for my coffee and bagel or whatever I got. And I just turned around to look how long the line was for the bathroom to feel bad for those people. And I see him in the line, and I'm like,
dude, what are you doing?
So random.
Sometimes it's hard to go past Dunkin' Donuts and not stop. So it was a great time, great event. And for those that are watching, so Matt does Massive Beer Reviews and kind of like a mini beer tuber palooza type event. And actually I was invited to come up too, but I couldn't get it done to get up there. But like Kyle said, he was there. Nerd Sense guys were there. Joe, everybody, and got together and did a lot of good bottle sharing. Any brews you had that really caught your attention that you tried?
I mean, that's the tough thing is like you're going so fast, and I hit a couple buddies there too. So we were drinking, such small pours of things, and it, like in the best possible way, it was kind of like a whirlwind. It's just like on to the next fun thing, and then we're doing the next fun thing, or the next good beer. That guy who brought the River Horse, he brought I think 5 of his beers. They were all really good, but like beer of the night or something.
Right.
I don't know if I had one. There's definitely the worst beer of the night. I'm not going to spoil it, but I brought it as a mystery beer, so I didn't do it. And I don't remember if it's going to be on Joe's channel or Matt's channel, but like I think they gave it a 0.5 out of 5. It must be Joe's channel if they did a score on it.
That's pretty bad.
So,
that's brutal.
Yeah. So I was really happy I'm the one who brought that. So that was definitely the worst beer of the night. For me, the worst one. There was a Wild Ale. To me, it just tasted too much like vinegar. But yeah, I fortunately I don't have a best beer of the night. Too many good ones. So poor me.
Well, you guys, how many did you guys think you went through there? Was it a good amount?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but like when you're dividing it up by 7 people, it wasn't too much. We didn't do like a kill shot. That's popular now. People do bottle shares, but like we went to the breweries, and I did a flight at the first brewery, then just I think it was an ESB at the second one, just a nice lighter beer, and then back at Matt's house, probably. Of course, we did a podcast, and we were drinking some growlers during that, and then we opened up bottles and cans. I don't know. I got nothing. You'll see the footage. There's plenty.
I think you were pretty lit.
Yeah, I mean, and if you listen to the podcast we did, like right off the bat, they're making fun of me because we open up a growler, like, I poured like 8 ounces and they all poured 3 ounces. And I'm like, well, there's freaking 7 of us and it's, a growler of beer. Like,
well, leave it to the teacher to do the math, right?
Yeah, we're going to need to drink more than 3 ounces each, guys. Like, okay. But I think they were right because I probably was a little bit more into it than the other guys maybe by the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I wasn't driving, so there you go.
There you go. So what difference does it make, right? It's all in good fun.
Eric's PSA in effect.
It's important. And Matt was really good about that. He's like, no one's drinking and driving. Like, I'm not doing that. So that's good, man.
At some point, Paul said, glad Rod's mind is also in the gutter. Do I ever leave the gutter? I'm pretty much there a lot. So
when does any of our minds leave the gutter?
Little cheers of food from dessert. Desert. Thinking about food now. Paul says if he survived my house, he can survive anything. Talking about Joe. That's probably where Joe learned some of his survival skills.
Paul, did he have a 160-degree beer at your place?
He had to get out of the pit that Paul keeps.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then Desert Discoveries, the Hollywood Square.
Oh, it is the Hollywood Square.
When I was on Joe D's show Saturday, and he premiered it on here on his show with this new service, you felt like it was either Hollywood Squares or you felt like it was the Brady Bunch. It was one of the two or whatever. Oh, let's see here. And it says, Gilbert's the perfect time, Rajay. So I try to get it in as quick as I can, like George Costanza and leave on a high note. Paul says, Kyle is the secret square.
I've been worse things, so that's good. That's good.
Twitch Desert says LOL. Yeah. I don't even know if that's on TV anymore. That was back in the day for sure.
I think it's on Game Show Network.
Yeah.
Probably. They brought back that No Whammy show. I mean, all this stuff.
I was gonna say they'll bring it back.
Did they bring that
yeah,
back?
No Whammies and Card Sharks.
Yeah,
Card Sharks.
Paul says he's a lot lizard.
Lot Lizard is my side job from being a miserable drunk.
We all got goals. And he's cracking up Desert with those. Yeah.
God, come on, Paul, come on.
Ooh, and, Vanessa says moose chili, elk, bison, all tasty. I bet. I've heard.
Oh.
I've had bison. I like bison. I thought bison was great. I actually had a bison burger. First time I had it was in Atlanta at Ted Turner's Spice Center because he has a bison burger that he's well known for at his spot.
Yeah, so we have a local restaurant here in Louisville. It's called Game, and they make all kinds of wild game burgers like ostrich, elk, moose, I think. I don't know. I've not been there yet, but they've got all kinds bison. I've heard a lot of great things about it, but I've not made it out there yet to try it.
Have you had duck before?
Say again, Rod?
Duck?
I've had duck.
Yes.
When I was in England.
Duck's actually one of my favorite proteins. I freaking love duck. Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was a little more gamey, but I mean, it's I liked it. You know, I had it at one of the local Chinese restaurants. They do like a I don't know if it's Peking duck or some type of duck meal they actually do. It's really good.
So here's a story for you. I was in China with some students for an exchange program, and they had Peking duck. It was like one of the things they wanted to make sure we experienced. And here, they cut the fish's head off before they serve it. The duck's head off. Well, not there. Like everything, you just get everything. And we had a vegetarian on the trip, so just to kind of like mess with her, I took the duck's face, like with if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, and I grabbed the duck by the bill and I started like eating its face like a lollipop, that poor girl. In hindsight, that was probably a mean thing to do, but I'm like, this is too damn funny. Like,
I would expect Paul to do something like that, but I wouldn't expect Kyle to do something.
Now the poor girl's in therapy every day trying to get up.
No, but like it was.
You should take the bill of the duck. You'd be like, "Hey, you want to hear a joke? It'll quack you up."
Just so I don't sound like such a jerk. Here's a nice thing I did for her. Like, so restaurants would hang. Not every part of China, but restaurants would hang out meat outside their restaurant to show how fresh their food was. So I always walked ahead of the group. So like if there was dead animals hanging out, I could be like, "Hey, just so you know," because she was like, she'd freak out. Like, "Don't look over here. There's, it's one of those restaurants." So just to redeem myself a little bit, I'm not a huge jerk. I did do that for her.
Everyone went to Chinatown in San Francisco years ago. In Chinatown, they had like some animals there in the window and stuff, like the ducks and all that kind of stuff too. So, yeah.
I grew up hunting. Like that, I don't know. That stuff doesn't freak me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, they said if more people had to hunt for their food, it'd be more vegetarian because people couldn't probably do it or whatever. But
I wouldn't be a vegetarian, man. I'd be happy.
I'd die.
Yeah. Hunting would be interesting. I've never been hunting, but I mean, I like meat. I would go hunting. I don't even know anybody around here really. I got some friends that go hunting, but I'm always doing other stuff. But I've never taken a hunting class or anything like that. So if you had to take class, I know some of them teach their kids, like 4 years old, they got them out there doing stuff.
It's just common sense stuff when you go to hunter safety, right? It's like, don't point a gun towards somebody. Just the common sense kind of things.
So it's not like Wedding Crashers try to shoot somebody in the face.
No, or vice president, yeah.
Or Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney shot the guy in the face.
It happened. That's part of our history now.
Quail, bam. What? There's no quail.
Oops.
Wedding Crashers.
Sorry.
Got me out here taking buckshots for you, John. I love that movie. It's a funny movie.
Yeah.
That is a classic.
Yeah.
Speaking of classics, freaking Christmas Vacation is on right now on CMT, and it's not even near Christmas season, but it's such a funny movie I still had going there. The whole squirrel with the tree still cracks me up.
Christmas in July, man. It's all good.
Yeah. Let's see. Brandon Garrett, moose jerky, elk steaks, bison burgers. Yeah.
Nice.
Be all good. Speaking of jerky, Drunken One makes a good jerky.
I've never had any of his homemade.
Oh, we're gonna get some of that jerky. It's really good. Spicy. Paul says meat and man's got to eat.
First, I thought that was a cannibalism thing.
Well, Paul, I mean, it's barely cooked, I think, when he attacks it. So, yeah.
You probably prefer
Still
it not
walking.
even to the grill at all.
Yeah. And we had a discussion. We were talking one day at work, and like this whole plant-based meat argument or whatever. It's like what is plant-based. So for right there, it's not meat. It's like the whole almond milk. You're coming from a nut. You're not really almond milk. You're like more nut juice or something along those lines. You're not.
It
Nut
doesn't
juice?
sell as well, Rod.
How can you say nut juice with a straight face, man?
Nut juice go right on a carton, so you have to call it almond milk, but it's really nut juice.
Sorry, Rod. Sorry.
Wait, what are we still talking about here?
Plant-based food, it's like it's a plant. Just say it's like a plant, like plant food. Why are you gonna say like make it sound like it's meat when it's not meat?
Yeah.
But a lot of people say, well, it tastes just the same. Really? Does it? Because I have to wonder if you have any taste buds if you think it tastes the same. Like some people that have people I know that do like some of the vegan food, like try this, like this vegan cookie. It tastes just like if it was like not a cookie, but like a vegan whatever it was. And it's like, no, it doesn't taste like it. It's missing meat. It doesn't have what it needs in it. It doesn't. But it's just like the same. No, you know why you think it's the same?
It's not.
You haven't had meat. You haven't had it. That's why you think it's the same. It's been so long. You're confused. You're bewildered. You're dazed. You have no idea what you're talking about anymore. If you did, you'd be like, that's ludicrous to even think that it tastes the same.
A substitute is just that. It's a substitute. There's no replacing the real thing.
Gilbert had put green chili out there as far as chili. Now with the green chili, I'm not sure if he's talking about some type of green pepper type chili, like
Green chili.
green chilies in the chili or something.
It's like kind of like green eggs and ham.
Well, like green chilies, like you can get like in the.
No, I know.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I think I've heard of green chili before, but I've never seen it. Obviously.
And we got the deserts cracking up over here. So, here we go. Here's a question from Brandon Garrett. The real question is beans or no beans in the chili?
Gotta have beans. Gotta.
Beans.
Yeah.
Beans.
So here's the thing. I grew up in New Jersey, down from where Kyle is. Everything in there with chili is usually with beans. I moved out here to Ohio and Cincinnati, and they don't use those beans in a lot of their stuff. It's like they get a thing of chili, and it's like, where's the beans? Like, you got to have beans in here to go with it. They're like this. They don't always have it in their stuff. Which is actually a funny video out there from when Ron White talks about coming to Cincinnati and how Cincinnati's supposed to be the chili capital. He didn't know. No, he didn't get the memo being in Texas, and he asked guys to know how to make real chili. He has a funny skit about the chili here in Cincinnati, but it's got to be beans in my book. Even when I put the chili on hot dogs, it's chili with beans on the hot dogs.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I agree with you there, Ron.
Vanessa says Dutch ovens for chili or Boston baked beans on the fire pit. Ooh, that's good.
Ooh, that's a good move.
Yeah, I haven't had Boston baked beans in a long time. We used to have a spot in college called Boston Beanery. They had a couple restaurants, and they would actually do Boston beans that were really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
How could you just skim over Dutch ovens and not even make a funny comment about it?
I let it go, Tom.
I was disappointed, Rod. I was disappointed. I was waiting for it.
It was a low hanging. It was as low hanging as an 80-year-old man. They were there. I just. Paul says it takes all God's creatures to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. Gilbert says enchiladas with green chili sauce. There you go.
That's a fan favorite in my house. Yeah.
Here's something for you, Todd. Vanessa says try pecan pellets for that pellet smoker.
Oh, there you go. I've seen them. I've not picked them up. I will have to try that, Vanessa. Thank you.
Yeah. And where I didn't make a joke, Paul just didn't need me to. He was already cracking up.
Leave it to Paul.
Because they can knock out the grease, because that's what a foreman does. It takes the grease out, baby. We're back. Vanessa, big Dutch ovens. I make large amounts of chili. In there, get the finger, feel free to. The Foreman Burger, yeah. Let's see here. Gilbert says, I moved to the apartment and gave my Weber to one of my brothers till further notice. Totally sucks.
You don't have a balcony, Eric, where you can put that grill at?
Well, here's the thing about grilling, right? So here's a question. Charcoal or gas?
It doesn't matter to me.
Gas, because it's easier.
I was gonna say, how much time do you have?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
If it's side by side and you got all day and it doesn't matter, charcoal for sure.
Yeah.
Gas grill, I have a gas grill too, and I use it more than probably my pellet smoker right now. But just because that's something you have to do on the weekend, you can't just come home after work and throw something on there, and cook it real quick. So yeah, I think it just depends on the time constraint.
Yeah, I see. I'm more of a gas guy too when I did grill. So I got some friends they swear by charcoal, and it's like, why are you taking all this time to get the grill? You can just fire right up with gas. Oh, it's got to be charcoal. It's got to be get the flavor and all kind of stuff. Like, you can buy like wood chips and all that kind of stuff with the gas grill too, right? You can still put the flavor in. No, man, it's got to be charcoal. I'll be back in a couple hours. So I'm going to McDonald's, get me a bite real quick.
Right.
Well, hold me over here.
Little hors d'oeuvre. Little Big Mac appetizer.
Let me grab a couple of deviled eggs before I hit the car. I do love some deviled eggs. That's like one of my things. Like, someone put some good deviled eggs out, I could even go through a whole tray if you let me. So, you better keep those baby under lock and
Ooh, that makes a good Dutch oven.
Yeah.
God.
Fired up, baby.
I bet your wife doesn't like when you get all those deviled eggs.
Not at all. Hey, we got the Rock Gut review in. Cheers. Says, hey there, folks. Welcome, Rock Gut review. Welcome, my friend.
Cheers.
Yeah. And I keep forgetting to say, like, when you guys are on here, some of these guys that are coming in, great channels. Make sure you check them out too. And see what they're doing. The Rock Gut review, PA Brew News. As we go through the different people here, hit the 3 dots next to their name. It'll take you to their channel. You can see some of the stuff they're doing as well. We also have, Desert Discoveries has a channel out there too. This is Rocco Pocket. You wrote history of it earlier. Remember that little commercial like "Bye, Ronco" back in the day? Yeah.
Ronco was on a roll. He would come up with everything.
One of my old friends, they posted like, on Facebook, people post these images like, you may have had a good childhood if you remember this right now, like old toys, all kind of stuff. And he had the old Tyco laid out like racetrack from back in the day. And I was like, oh, those used to be some fun things. And I don't even think they make the Tyco racetracks anymore, but like when we were kids, you had the Tyco race cars with night glow, where you turn all the lights off and they would all light up. And that was some fun times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw like they had someone had the old Evel Knievel commercial with the
the spinner. Yeah.
I took mine everywhere, man. When I had that baby came out back in the day, Evel Knievel, rock star, man, rock star. And Alan's Beer and Gaming says, "Cheers, fellas. Welcome, Alan. Alan, another one with a good channel, does beer, does gaming, some different things there as well." Paul says, "I have a wood stove, so I use a lot of cast iron." Which I would say, like, we have one cast iron pan, and I actually does great when I'm using it for a lot of different stuff. For a while, I just got the regular stuff, but cast iron pan, you're not going to break that thing. That thing's going to last forever, it seems.
Yeah. I love my cast iron, yeah.
Marty Stampelkowski, welcome, brother.
Marty!
And Vanessa says, Eric, use one of the smaller Webers. I gave one a pack-in truck.
I actually have an actual charcoal grill. I can't remember which.
Oh, because she has
really kind of small ones.
Yeah.
I can't remember who makes it. I'd have to go out and look.
I'm sure Eric can handle a little Weber. And then Alice says air fryers are supposed to be better for you since they drain the fat off the food. Yeah, that's the other thing. They're supposed to be better for you because of that too. So
fat equals flavor, folks.
Also true.
It's true. Very true. That's one of the reasons why the ribeye is the more popular steak because of all the fat built into it when people eat ribeyes.
It's my favorite cut.
But making the wings in the air fryer, even if it's draining the fat off, it leaves a nice crispy feel to it, and it's nice and on the inside where it's got that nice taste to it. It's not dried out or anything on those lines. It's just solid. I mean, making wings in the air fryer. I know a lot of people are doing it now. You can really make them nicely.
So, Rod, are you buying the frozen ones or are you doing them?
No, I buy them fresh at our Kroger and then season them and put it in. And one of the other guys, he's not here tonight, but Flo Rida Hillbilly, at one point he sent me some seasoning that he makes down there in Florida. Season them up. Sometimes I'll sauce them, drop them right in there, do about like 25 minutes, shake it up like halfway through so it spreads it around and it comes out solid.
They get crispy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try that. I've not used it for that.
Yeah, the only thing I've ever done frozen in them has been like French fries and then like onion rings, which came out crispy as well.
Yeah. But that's mostly what my family and I used it for is like the frozen stuff. But
it's really good. Yeah, it's really good for that, for sure. Yeah. They make really good grilled cheese, too, if you do a grilled cheese in them.
Oh, I didn't I did a sandwich in there. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Now, the one that I have actually is kind of like a well. Is that the one that you have? Because there's some that you have like a pan and you can put like a couple shells in. What kind of you have?
Ours just has like a basket. It's kind of like a grated basket at the bottom.
That's what I have. Okay.
Yeah.
And then mine has like a divider you can put in, but yeah, it's a basket.
Okay. So I've seen a couple of the other guys that cooking channels where they'll have it and they'll have it there, but they'll have it like another level where you can put something on top of it too. So depending on which one you get there. And then we had PA Brew News. I took a bike over a tree ET style and drove the front tire into the dirt. I face planted upside down. I didn't move an hour out. That's how we grew up back in the day. Right? Paul did not have a helmet. Hashtag still alive. So we were like daredevils when we were kids, I can't even remember all the times I flipped a bike over.
Right, me too.
Yeah, or fell off a skateboard down steps. Just like we were skateboarding back in the day. It was like, oh, you don't be a skateboarder like you were the bad kid skateboarder or something. Mm-hmm. Of course, back then, the original Bad News Bears came out. I wanted a bike like Kelly had a bike. He was a badass kid. I still watch the original Bad News Bears. That cracks me up.
Yeah.
Back then, they win a championship, and coach gives them beer. I mean, it was a different lifestyle. I mean, as kids growing up, you get a little beer, it'd be like nappy nap, you're out. Marty asked what I was actually drinking here, and I'm actually finishing out the first one of the Land Grant Quadra Hopic Series IPA version 103. And then Kyle has the Scooch Double Pale Ale, Eric the Dragon's Milk, the maple, was it maple caramel? Was it Eric?
The Maple Oak.
Maple Oak. And then Todd has the Knucklehead with cherries and vanilla.
Nice.
Yeah, whenever you say Knucklehead, you gotta say it like Charles Barkley now.
Knucklehead.
And then Desert's getting cracked up there again by Paul as always. Gilbert said he loves the thing talking about the grill, does everything and well, finesse it, but still have a Cast Logic Sportsman grill.
Yes. So. Yes, I got to agree with you there, Eric. That's a damn good grill.
And then Desert liked the comment by Paul, hashtag still alive. Alan said that doesn't sound like a fun AT recreation. It was all about growing up. It was all about growing up back then. And then of course I agree with Eric. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the stream here as we're going through some of this here. Let's see here. Gilbert says Joe was already tailing Kyle. So
wow.
I mean, yeah.
That's how it starts.
Joe's a little bit amateur hour, you get a professional college guy in here. I get it. I was wondering, can these comments pop up and cover a whole window? Because the next time Joe's on, just to cover his channel up, I'll come on and watch. I'll just keep typing. So Joe's just keeps. No.
Just keep them
Also,
covered.
just people to understand, like Joe and I busted each other's chops all weekend. Like I'm fresh off that. Yeah, I love Joe. I'm just messing around, obviously.
Paul said a no budget version of it. I don't know what the no budget version of it is. I don't know if he's saying Kyle's a no budget version of Joe if he was talking about something else.
I am better than Joe. That's for sure. Actually, yes, I have no budget, so it could be about me. Yeah.
Have you met Paul?
No,
You never met Paul on PA Brew or anything? Or?
no.
Oh,
Actually, Joe talked about him quite a bit at the beer thing. No, not like in a weird way. Like a completely appropriate amount.
I mean, if you did talk about Paul in
that.
a weird way, people would be used to it anyway. So.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that would be expected.
No, Paul, he does the beer channel as well. He does beer stuff, but he also does like painting with Paul, which is pretty awesome. He's a great talented painter.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
he's painting with Paul. He does some great stuff that he's putting up there. So
You need to put that series back up on YouTube, Paul.
Yeah, he does some amazing stuff.
He just did one like yesterday or the day before, but it was like live at like 7 a.m. I mean, you can't watch it at 7 a.m. trying to go to work. All the different shift change. So. Let me see here. Vanessa says, look up the Cobb Grill, highly portable, great little cookers. Act like convection ovens. I have them, gave them my brothers as well. And then Alan says, always enjoy your fellowship. Well, thanks, Alan. We appreciate that. Gilbert says, hopefully there are no windows near. And for Kyle, you might not be as familiar with it, but we call Joe the other half sniper. So hopefully there's no weekend to take you out.
Yeah, shocker! I came back with some other half beer from Joe after the.
Oh, imagine that! Imagine
Yeah.
half beer from Joe. He does love his other half beer,
Which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, shocker! Yeah.
Paul said he didn't go, so he didn't have to get kicked out. I don't think you got kicked out, Paul. You would have been like from where Matt was. You're probably like 3 hours or so, maybe, if that. So.
Is Paul on the east side? Is Paul on the east side of the state?
Yeah, he's on the east side of PA. And then Alan says, like the graphic overlay tonight. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so if you're not familiar, this is actually through StreamYard, as noted by the top right corner. They basically started a new service for live streaming, getting a lot of props out there. A lot of people are checking them out. And I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of different things I can do with this screen I couldn't do in Google Hangouts. So I think they're going to be making some nice plays. If you actually go into their Facebook group, I mean, the owner is actually pretty cool. The guy's creating all this stuff. He's very interactive with everybody. He's like checking into a lot of the different streams. He's like doing different things. He's taking a lot of ideas that they're building into it. So he's really bringing a lot of good things. It's kind of being on the ground floor that you can actually get to him on stuff, and he actually responds back, which is nice. So like if you reach out to someone like Google or Facebook or any of those other type ones where it's so big, you're never going to get a hold of anyone. This guy he's pretty cool.
Nice.
Pour another beer here.
I definitely like the flow and the layout of it better, for sure.
Yeah. You can at least see everybody on the screen.
Well, even the graphics, I think, come through better on this one. Almost lost the can there.
Man down. Man down.
And I got to put this pouring in because I like squeezed the hell out of the can there. So John Belushi in Animal House. The way the graphics come through here, I think, are more clear, more crisp than what they were like when we did it through Google. Like Todd usually might be on his phone. He's coming through clearer now than he was previously on the one we had, I think. So I think it all works out nicely. And they balance the audio good between all the channels.
Now I don't have to log on to my computer and then switch over to my phone. For whatever reason, I could never log on from my phone for Google Hangouts, which was stupid.
Now, Google is supposed to be doing something. I didn't bend the shit out of that can. They barely touched it. I've been benching lately, so maybe that's why.
Superpowers.
And I do have a whiskey glass for Gilbert. I may have a little bit of whiskey here or something as a nightcap.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
what they've actually done here is really put together a nice workable type site as they add more stuff in. Some of the things they're looking at, being able to add more of the graphics. You can actually go in, if you upgrade to the next level, I don't know what the cost is, but you can actually create some of your own things. You can take off the StreamYard logo there. You can do all kinds of other stuff with it too. I could create a background to be something different than just a black space there. So you can do different things if you upgrade. I know Joe D was talking about it Saturday when we were on his show, but I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I think it's going to be a great little move here. Let's see here. And then go there. Desert said the Brady Squares earlier. Paul says, I aged the brews what I had in the hookers aging in my dungeon. Going back talking about it. And of course, back when we talk about pressure luck, no whammy, no whammy. Stuff. So, I remember my grandma used to love that show, and I'd watch it because I was a kid there watching it with her. But yeah, you got hooked into it rather quickly.
You ever see that guy who, like, figured out the formula for when they would be the whammy? Like,
Yeah.
I remember watching that documentary. I was like, wow, like, good. You know what? Props to that guy for spending that amount of time to, like, figure out the board. You know, it seems like it's random, but back then it wasn't. That was a really cool thing. Yeah.
So he figured out the pattern and when to time everything out and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's actually a documentary about that.
Yeah, I saw it on the game show network.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to
Yeah.
check that out.
Did
Bill
you say
Murray
they had it on
wanted
the
to
Game
make-
Show Network, Kyle?
What was that?
Didn't you say they had it on the Game Show Network? That documentary?
I think it was on that channel. I think that's where I saw it. And then I know
for
Bill
that.
Murray wanted to do like a movie about it, but it never happened. But yeah, it's at the very least, it's a cool story. Yeah.
So was he ever on the show?
Bill Murray?
No, the guy that they were talking about in the
So like
documentary.
it shows him just like winning, and like, you know, it never had to go into a second day of taping, so like they had to like continue the episode because he just kept winning. You know, like it was really cool. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he would. I think he just recorded it like back in the VCR days, and he would watch and figure out the numbers and like, okay, so if it starts here, then it bounces around, blah 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 blah. So I know when to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of weird. It wouldn't be random. You'd think someone would pick up on that at some point. That much free time on their hand, I guess. I mean, just like if you're playing blackjack, people learn how to count cards.
Kind of sounds like the documentary, The King for Kong. The guy that did the King Kong. Donkey Kong, did the Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That was really good. If you guys seen that, check that one out. That's good.
Well, a cool documentary I watched about a month and a half ago was the one that CNN did about the video game industry. And it was about the video game wars. And it went back from the time when video games were created, from the guy that created, and there was always an argument who created the first game, right? And it was a guy, a professor at one of the universities, had made ideally Pong, but then it was never really released or anything like that. And the guy from Atari had made Pong as well, and he took it to a different level. And then, but this whole thing was happening, but they got like dirty in the wars and stuff, like how they would try to stop other companies. And it came along to a point where it was actually, it was Atari, where after they had so much success, like on the 2600, like the programmers said, after the first year, we need to start working on the next level system. We're already outdated. And they had gotten to a corporate level and took away from how it began. In the beginning, it was very freelance. People would come in there any time of day they wanted to. It was just a kickback. If they wanted to sit there and drink, they would drink and then go do their work later. If they wanted to smoke, they would smoke. It was all this, it wasn't any pressure. It was kind of, we want you to be creative as possible. Well, then they brought in the suits when Atari was making so much money. And that ended up pissing off like 3 of their top programmers. Those 3 programmers left to start Activision. And they knew how to backward program games to play on Atari. Atari had no license that other makers couldn't make other video games. So they launched Activision, and they were able to start having people buy their games. And they would take one play on Atari. Atari couldn't stop it. They tried to go to court. They tried to fight them, all that kind of stuff. And then that led to them being able to do that. So when the time Nintendo came out, they had to come up with a way to patent, or no one else could actually make other games besides Nintendo. And it was just all kind of crazy, all the different deals that were happening. And some of the guys would call over the other firms and the other companies, like pretty much pissed off at them, like, you need to cut this shit out type thing and blah, blah, blah. It got brutal in some regards to some people, but The whole creation of it was crazy, but they still all the games like kind of the stepping stones as they were coming up there. So you had Nintendo, and you had the launch of with Mario with that, but then Sega came along. Sega needed something to get them up when they came to Sonic the Hedgehog, and they were showing all the old Sonic commercials for Sega when they had the whole like over the top, and then it became Sega's not for your kids, Sega's for your teens about to become adults or for your adults type thing. So they went more over the top on their stuff. And then when PlayStation came out, how Sony did it, because Sony wanted to get in with the other groups with Nintendo, and they wouldn't let them in. So they created their own with the PlayStation, and then started basically crushing them on some of the stuff. So it was really an interesting like documentary all the way through on the different gaming systems and people who were involved and how it went from the beginning to where it's currently at. So
interesting. What did you see that on? What was that on?
Sunday night, like 2-hour things on scene. I DVR'd it one night and then went back and watched it a while ago.
Okay.
But I tried to put it on Facebook to say, but I couldn't find it in the TV shows. But it was good. It was a good one. But if you ever see it, like seeing it was pretty neat and stuff. So they were getting into some of the games, like which games made what system, that kind of stuff. So a lot of memories, though. They brought up like the Commodore 64. They brought up the Odyssey, the issue that Odyssey had really taken off, even though they had a good programming with it. They just couldn't get off the ground for many a reason because of how they were getting hit from the other video game makers. So
used to have an Odyssey.
It was all.
Did you have a Dreamcast?
I did not.
Dreamcast, but by the time Dreamcast came out, they were talking about how that was obsolete.
Yeah,
they were going to CD, but it was already too late by then. Because by then they were trying to go against what Sony was doing on the PlayStation 1, and they just kept too much ground to make up by the time they tried to release it. And so that's when Sega pulled out of the console type situation.
I think Odyssey, if I remember correctly, came out when ColecoVision was hitting big, and it was kind of trying to play off of ColecoVision, I think.
Odyssey was
right, or was that before?
Odyssey was like late 70s, I think.
No, it was definitely in the 80s because I remember playing it.
It was
maybe early 80s. Maybe early 80s.
They didn't reference ColecoVision in it as much, but
okay,
it was around that time. I think you're right, because I remember people having the Odyssey.
Because I always had it as a kid, and my brother had one, and most time when you brought it up, people are like, Odyssey, what are you talking? Most people don't even know. So I was surprised when we talked about it on the show, I don't know, a couple months ago. And you knew what it was. I was like, you're the first person that ever actually brought it up. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. I've heard of it.
But the funny thing is when they were the Activision guys, when they were at Atari, they were trying to create a guy, they had an idea for the game, a guy jumping across pits and trying to do stuff and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And Atari's like, oh, no, we don't want that kind of game. That's never going to sell, blah, blah, blah. Well, that ended up being Pitfall.
Pitfall, yeah.
I was the launch of Activision, and then it sold like crazy. And the Atari guys were pissed. They couldn't stop these guys from selling it. People were buying it. They just go home and they're working their Atari. So, yeah. But they never mentioned like the 5200 or the 7800. It's like you kind of skipped over like they were Rocky 5. I mean, you didn't even talk about them.
Rocky 5.
They didn't talk about a television or somebody else. I mean, there's only so much time you had to get some of the stuff in there. But yeah, I was surprised they didn't talk about Madden when they did the story about Sega, because Madden and Sonic were kind of the two big ones that really took that to the next level. But but you had to get Sonic in for sure. Let's see here. Vanessa, going back to the food, says she does buy bison a lot. And again, Desert was cracking up on Paul. Let's see here. I'm a little behind on the comments. I changed a lot of comments here.
Alligator's good.
Beer batter. Yeah, we've had alligator balls. I don't say alligator balls, but they were gator balls, what they were called down in Florida.
Never had gator balls, right?
Yeah, they were the actual ball. It wasn't like Rocky Mountain oyster type thing. So they were pretty good. Says she buys bison meat a lot there. Got that one. Alan said duck is so good. So with deer, boar, gator, squirrel. Never had squirrel. My wife has a squirrel, but she grew up in West Virginia, so they had squirrel there before. Boar would be kind of interesting. I figured it's a little more gamey than if you had like pig. Do love some deer though. deer. I do like that. But you gotta know how to cook deer. I've had some deer people cook and it's like you don't know how to get the flavor into it the right way. Paul says his grocery store sells all kinds of animals, so it's easily available to eat exotic things here. Surprisingly, yeah. Now we have like jungle gyms that Todd knows where you get food from exotic type stuff as well.
Well, I do think it's interesting. Like some of these people are like, adventurous with the beers they drink, and then like when it comes to food, they're not adventurous. It's like there's a lot of really good food out there. Like give it a shot.
I know a lot of people that I go to a restaurant and they'll get the same thing every time. I'm like, how do you get the same thing like every time? I mean, unless it's like a small restaurant and you only have a certain amount of food. I like to experiment and try different stuff. Now I know some people are afraid they might get something wrong they won't like, and then it's like, oh, now I'm screwed for dinner, I guess. But I just think you were going to experiment and try different things.
Yeah.
I know someone like that.
You do?
Uh-oh.
You know who.
I know. Is she ever going to come back?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
know.
going to come back, Todd?
I try.
I try. Earlier yelling at you when you were setting everything up or yelling something. Paul says he has filleted duck breast in the freezer now. Nice.
Nice.
Billy's back from the bar. Says, cheers, guys. Welcome back, Billy. Vanessa has 2 ducks in deep freeze.
They're quacking me up.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Deliver that one. You guys got it right there.
Come on, man.
And then, of course, Paul, I once wore deer I skinned face like a mask and my girlfriend at night. Nude, of course.
Why do I not put that past that, man?
You gotta enjoy Paul.
True story.
Why, Paul? Why?
True story.
Why?
Roasted in the basket. That's Paul's life. Vanessa hunts food, so yeah, she's a hunter. Paul's a dad joke alert. Going back to the other one. Eric says wild duck is awesome, especially with the crunchy pellet. Vanessa kills them, slaughters them, smokes them, etc. She does it all.
Damn.
Dang.
Let's see. Paul says he's raised ducks and chickens at fun as well. Vanessa says killed my first moose in Alaska in 1984.
Oh wow.
And Paul says hunt as well. There are a lot of comments here. Let's see here. Eric says he never went elk or moose, and we have both here. Have you gone any hunting at all, Eric? Have you hunted before?
Just white-tailed deer.
Okay. You do it with that gun, or you do it with a crossbow, or?
Well, I did do it with gun and with bow, but I haven't done it in so long. I would have to, pretty much start from scratch.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but it is what it is.
What about you, Kyle? Because I know you said you've hunted, right? So.
Yeah, whitetail, duck, and then I went squirrel hunting, but all I got was lost. So that was not really cool. Yeah.
That could happen.
I have gotten deer and duck, but yeah, never. The one time I went squirrel hunting, yeah.
And Todd, do you actually?
I don't. I do some fishing, but I don't hunt.
Yeah. It's only I was like nut juice though. Oh man, I really did have a lot of comments out here. Vanessa Kitty, that salad does not taste like meat.
True.
Well, I mean, it does if you put meat on it. Yeah.
It could.
You're having a freaking salad. That's Vanessa's comment.
Wow.
That juice, if you squeeze them hard enough. True.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, I love my viewers.
Wow. Vanessa, you're the MVP tonight. You're the MVP.
Gilbert, like peanut juice or man juice?
Potato.
Substitute meat.
Kyle, this is a normal Thursday night.
Yeah.
Kyle's like, what did I get myself into?
And then plant meat with cheese, please. So Eric was saying that other one earlier. Yup, with green chili. Let me see here. But it says I make both types, meat only or beans and meat and chili. Talk about different chili types. Billy had asked a new stream software earlier. So this is the StreamYard that a lot of people are starting to take a look at a little bit more. I think you're going to see next week a lot of people jumping because I think August 1st is when Hangouts goes away. And I don't know if the replacement will be up yet or not. Honestly, I'm not even, unless it's going to be something of a great replacement, I probably won't even look to see even what it is. I dig this one here. And with this one, you can have up to 6 people at the same time on the software. You can have it's actually, if we were joking on Joe's show, there's actually a green room. So you can have 4 people waiting. So I always see them down here waiting, and I can actually bring them in or interchange people in and out if I wanted to, which is kind of interesting. So good stuff.
That'd be a good thing to do with Joe from the Beer Patrol, is just have him quietly somewhere else.
Have him hanging out.
Not interacting.
You can't have Quiet and Joe in the same sentence.
Yeah.
It's this podcast we did, I think a few times I'm like, well, Joe, if you stopped interrupting me, I could finish what I was saying. Yeah, Kyle, you didn't answer that question. I'm like, well, yeah, I tried, and then you interrupted me again, Joe.
Now, did you and Joe get the chance to do a video together then? I know that he and Matt did one together on Matt's channel.
Yeah, that was actually the night before. He got there early. He doesn't read so well, so he got the dates wrong. He showed up a day early. But,
he was back to the party. Like, the party's not even wrapped yet.
Yeah, Matt's
Where's everybody at?
It's tomorrow. What are you doing here, Jeff? No. I filmed. I'm trying to remember. I did 2 with the guys that. Oh no, I did because I'm relatively tall and he's not relatively tall, and I remember him commenting on that, sitting next to me. Yeah. So yes, we definitely did do a video together. Yeah.
Cool.
I think it was a mystery beer as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'll be on my channel.
Okay. Cool. Jacob Downey in the house says cheers to beers and guests. So everybody here, so welcome, Jacob. And he says thumbs up, chatters. Well, thanks for putting that out there, Jacob. Yeah,
Thanks,
if you guys
Jacob.
are liking what you're seeing, hit that like button, of course, because that shows the YouTube algorithm that you like us. You really, really like us.
Yeah, smash that like button, brother. Smash it.
And if you haven't subscribed and you're new, hit the subscribe button as well. Oh, we're back to Dutch ovens. I use Dutch ovens. Oh boy, use chili chowders, etc. Billy says, "Hey, I got booted off. Too much cashier on my tab, but I had to clear the cache." Oh wow. Oh, that's what happened earlier. Okay, interesting. I know your comment was you were going to go to the bar because you were here early. So let's see here. Back to the thing. Paul was one of the guys that said charcoal. He said charcoal. Billy said gas, also a gas smoker. I mean, Vanessa's like playing all the sides, wood, charcoal, or gas.
So it doesn't matter.
Well, she didn't say electric, but Paul says he does have an electric smoker.
Nice, yeah.
Smoker?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I rock too, yeah.
Oh, okay. Does it do okay?
I mean, I haven't tried it any other way. It's worked for me, but I agree with Todd. I'm sure you get more smoke out of the other ones, yeah.
Eric, did you fall asleep when we had this conversation?
I must have, man.
That Miller Lite was so good.
Yeah, you take a quick nap.
I guess it is.
Just kidding, Eric. Just kidding.
I guess it is Christmas in July. It does say it now on the TV because Alpha's on now. Let's see it too.
Isn't it technically supposed to be June because it's half the year?
Elf's a good one too, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing half point, it should be June, but Christmas in July sounds better than Christmas in June, I guess. I don't know if it. I
don't know where it comes from, but it is like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
It's because you're past the halfway point until Christmas. So.
I don't know, but this year's flying by. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Definitely. Vanessa says my smoker uses charcoal and wood.
Ooh, nice.
Alan says much rather charcoal. Gas leaves the flavor to the pan. Jacob says taste the meat, not the heat. We're still talking about grilling, right?
This was like an hour ago.
It's optional. It was a while back. It has been a while.
Like
God, that can be taken so many different ways, man.
Yes, it can.
that could be a line in the bar. You just never know. I like a nice campfire with forest wood. Like, you can go another place in that direction too.
Yeah, me and Cal are like, what are you doing, Rod?
So, for some reason, Canteen Boy popped in my head for Saturday Night Live skits. Oh yeah, deviled eggs with hot peppers. That would, see a tray like that.
Oh yeah, I'd be all over that. I'd
be wiping out some of those deviled eggs for sure. Put the meat on a sharp stick. Oh, the Brandon Garrett with the King of the Hill. I sell propane and propane accessories. Paul says, why do charcoal when gas is available? Why get a wife and hookers are available?
Come on, Paul.
Paul. Only Paul.
Only Paul. Only Paul.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Desert says the McDonald's charcoal burger. But speaking of burgers, speaking of fast food places, it's kind of like, so Burger King has a taco now?
Yes. Apparently they had that before, but I don't ever remember it.
Like Burger King's like opening season on every other fast food chain out there. Everything because they got the chicken sandwiches, they got the tenders, so they go against, or not the tenders, the nuggets. They have the 10 nuggets for $1 type situation. That's taking on Wendy's and taking on McDonald's. Like, they're like, Taco Bell, we got something for you too. We got tacos, son. I mean,
we got Taco Bell.
They're trying to be the ones that have it all.
I know.
Eric says you and hookers, Paul. Billy says Sam's Club used to discount grills and smokers. We got a great deal on a smoker, but they're not discounting grills anymore. I have to save money. Alibaba or DG. Hey, here I come from China to you direct. Paul says different strokes for different folks.
All right, Paul.
Have a restaurant in Chicago. Oh, I didn't know they had a restaurant in Chicago.
They got one in Indianapolis also.
Is it all like grilled foods there they kind of do? Like cooking on Weber stuff or something?
Supposedly, yes.
Huh.
Yeah, they got one in downtown Indy as well.
And Gilbert has said he gets their partner rules for the barbecue, and also it is a performer model, too big, cardboard charcoal all the way, sons. It's big for charcoal too. Let me see here. Jacob said never have one at Desert Discoveries. Was it good? I keep saying Desert Discoveries. I want to say dessert again. I don't know why I keep getting that stuck in my head. Alan said it seems like a perfect thing for a grill maker to have a restaurant. I'd assume they cook on their grills. Yeah, I would have to think they would do that. They're trying to get the Weber name.
Yeah, I think supposedly all they have is like the kettle type grills or whatever, charcoal grills, and supposedly it's what they cook on, but I don't know for sure.
And then Vanessa says pecan wood for the smoker. Is it pecan or pecan? What do you usually prefer? What do you usually say?
Pecan.
You say pecan?
I say pecan too.
Kyle?
Pecan.
Maybe it's the East Coast.
It must be an area thing, yeah, for sure.
It must be.
Pecan or pecan? Jacob says, must go get dinner from the grill. I tell you what. Let me see here. I bet Alan, I'm sure it's been done before. It says, can I use cast iron to commit murder?
Those things have some heft to them, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Back what it says, I posted a wine tour my wife and I did on the Upper Eastern Shore, 2 hours to meet the tour bus, and a little over an hour drive to the wineries for about 25 minutes apart. Cheers. Oh, awesome.
Cool.
One of the, I forgot who it was now offhand, but somebody else, it was funny because I thought you guys would comment or something on it because one of the guys that really said he enjoyed watching the beer reviews, but he was asking if I did wine reviews as well, which I was like, I haven't really done any wine reviews, but I was expecting one of you guys to come back about the whole wine, the wine list that I was on that time.
Top 50 wine tuber.
You beat me to it.
Yeah. Which I still don't know how I got on that list, but yeah. Gilbert says he uses cast and carbon pans. Only way to go. And Billy says a grill direct from Uncle Wu to save you money. Yeah. Harrison Allen, this is a family-friendly show, brother. Oh, wow. And then cast iron is nice. Yeah. And let's see here. Trying to scroll down a little bit. Skateboard with steel wheels, you will eat pavement. Talking about some of the girls. Billy says no high beer reviews with a wine glass with beer in it. You beer snob, LOL. Well, did you have a wine glass there? I wasn't paying attention.
Beer tree.
Hello.
Wine glass.
Beer.
That's a beer glass.
Ah, come on. Too busy smashing those light buttons. Come on.
Game is strong.
No, but it does look like a stem wine glass, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a TQ.
Yeah.
Or TQ. That's another one. Foamy has, he's having a stone ruination. Cheers.
Nice.
Haven't had that for a while.
I had it for a while. We were probably thinking the last time was I did have that one. Alan says I'm going to take a look at StreamYard then. Definitely recommend it, my friend. Paul says I did a StreamYard with Craig this morning. The only downside is my Wi-Fi is a bit weak, so it's a bit choppy, but it was still good. Yeah, so depending where you're at. Funny thing about Wi-Fi, I read an article earlier today, and it said a third of the country still doesn't have broadband. I didn't realize it was that high.
Oh, wow.
Like especially like in a lot of the rural areas, they don't have broadband set up. But they're thinking 5G is going to actually change things when that's done. But I mean, if you're in some of these areas, it's kind of amazing. I just can't imagine not having broadband.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Billy says this looks nice. StreamYard, also Streamlabs is nice. Hangouts is done. Yeah, so you got this here. The thing with the Streamlabs, you can kind of set it up on there and do it through Hangouts. I think the people that were doing it on Streamlabs were kind of using the link for Hangouts as one of the cameras in that one. So when it goes away, I don't know if you can actually do that anymore. But with this one, you have the various people on here at the same time, which is nice. Desert says a great time here, enjoying my beer. I don't know, Desert, you told us what you were drinking tonight. I don't think you put that in there.
I don't think you did. I don't ever remember it.
Yeah. Paul says, not only can cast iron be used to commit murder, I can use to eat the pot in weird time.
Oh.
So, Kyle, you're seeing why people wouldn't say weird about Paul would be anything out of the ordinary.
Yes. Yeah.
He says, absolutely. Hashtag the more you know.
Jeez.
I just subbed to his channel. I'm sure I'll get the full experience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Let me see here. Billy says, I personally want a collection like FC had, only mine will be over 21 LMFAO. Vanessa says, when I visit carnivals, I play the wheels a lot. People later at night tend to spin the wheels more consistently. That allows you to predict the numbers coming up easier. Is that the big wheel like you're betting on? Or is it like the carnival where you gamble on the numbers coming up? Or I'm trying to think what game that would be. I haven't been to a carnival. I don't even know when the last time. Gilbert was having a Man Antler Clown Punch. That was style IPA. Clown Punch, LMAO. It's not Donkey Punch, it's Clown Punch. Matt's in the house. Look at that. He says, Coleco
Yeah. What's going on,
FTW
brother?
for the win. Yeah, we had ColecoVision was back in the day. That was definitely a classic one. I wouldn't mind going to some of those gaming shows they have, the shows that are popping up around the country. Funny thing is also, I don't know if you guys know or not or saw, Commodore 64 is getting a re-release at the end of this year. People were getting a Commodore 64 for the retro experience, and they're coming back like with the track and field and the 101, Dr. J, Larry Bird types. All those games will be available.
Cool.
That game was a shit back in the day.
Oh,
Breaking the glass. Yeah.
You didn't get that street sweeper, that glass sweeper out. And let's see here. Alan said Dreamcast had online capabilities before that was widescreen. Well, actually, even before Dreamcast, the base Sega Genesis, they actually had the web ability too. Because when I had a Sega Genesis back in the late 80s, I had a part that you would put into it that allowed me to game with people in other parts of the country. So it was already set up to go online at that point. It might have been early 90, whatever it was set up when we had the online capability. But I would play games against other people. Did you get a little whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe pour a little whiskey now.
Well, 4 Roses. You said you was gonna pour some, so I thought, why not?
Right.
God, you got to go to work tomorrow, brother.
Little rebel yell here, get a glass. I'm gonna just drink my knee.
Eric's never stopped me before.
Hey, I'm going old school here, guys. All right, I'm going old school.
I gotta be careful. I got a tough commute in the morning.
Okay, you gotta roll out of bed into your office. Is that what you gotta do?
So we'll let that breathe for a little bit there.
We hate you, Rod. By the way.
Damn it! Now we're back. Now we're back into the video game stuff. Oh my god, my mind's getting blown. Atari was console, yeah. Dreamcast didn't last long. Atari's Jaguar, I think, was shorter lived. LOL. You don't hear people talk about the Jaguar. Maybe that was more like the Rocky V of the games there. Atari Table Tennis, Asteroids.
Mm-hmm.
Their TurboGrafx 16 emulator dropping in the fall. Finally going to get TurboGrafx. Yay, that was from Gilbert. It's all about the TurboGrafx there.
Yeah, the TurboGrafx, yeah.
Asteroids, Moon Patrol, Frogger, offline, yeah. Let me see here. And then
Clown punch.
They're all about the clown punch in here. Vanessa's back. She says handgun hunts a lot. So you hunt with just the handgun. That's interesting because there's not a rifle or shotgun, but with a handgun.
So is the gun? So is the gun in the gun in her picture? Is that her gun?
It looks like a 45.
I see Vanessa with a handgun out there just staring down the deer, giving like dirty, hairy lines.
Go ahead, punk.
Go ahead, make my day.
Vanessa, is that a 45?
Yeah.
Looks like a 45. And
is that yours?
Alan said, getting lost while hunting is part of the fun. Desert says, I punched that clown. Oh, man, says, I know you would like the nut juice comment. That might be
cracked up, dude. Cracked up.
Gilbert, I drink, fish, hunt, and drink some more. It's an Ontario tradition. Oh, shit, Beer Man's in the house. I told you he'd probably be in here at some point. He said, I was trying to catch this. Cheers. Welcome, Beer Man. Beer Man is actually out there in the Oregon area. If you guys haven't seen Beer Man's channel, definitely recommend it. He's got kind of a psychedelic type feel. Some of his stuff. A little bit Grateful Dead type feel at some points. A little bit of an LSD drop in there. I mean, he's got like a whole bunch of entertaining. It all comes together so nicely. So definitely enjoy Beer Man. Definitely say check him out.
Beer Man, you got to get us some Deschutes, brother. You got to get us some Deschutes. Some of the rare Deschutes. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, yeah. Like the black boots that they don't offer everywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. Not to put you on the spot or anything. I'm just saying.
Well, the good thing, man, about Beer Man, and I always say, like, Kyle, Joe, a lot of guys, Paul, it's like the enthusiasm around the beer just comes out, and like so easy when he's doing it. You just and that's the whole thing. Like, you can't be on here fake. can't be trying to
Right.
be someone else, copy someone else. So it's all the different personalities, and he's got a great personality for it all.
Yeah.
Delivers.
No, he's
good stuff.
fantastic.
Vanessa says she is building a wood-fired oven too for its insulation to allow use in dead of winter. She's a builder. She has
Nice.
yeah.
Hunting, building, grilling. Dang.
Gilbert says, "LOL, damn tasty punch. It's creamy and high esters, and the noble bitterness kicks big time." So he's really digging at it. Beer Man saying hello to everybody. Noble bitterness. I'm trying to get caught up to where everybody's at. Alan had asked Beerman if he's going to stream it later because he may be doing it later since he's on the West Coast as well. We're talking about the Christmas stuff, and Detris has said it won't fly. The sled is hot. Well, see, Alan says if you bring back an item nobody remembers, should you really do it? I mean, what item are we talking about? I mean, if it's like the Commodore 64, people do remember it, and people will have it, you know, probably will sell, people will clamor for it just from the retro.
That's kind of the OG gaming system right there, really.
The TurboGrafx 16, I don't know if everybody was all up to speed on that, like Eric had mentioned, so that might not catch everybody's attention. But I think the Commodore 64 was going to catch some people's stuff out there. I bet if you put like a little standalone Space Invaders game out there, you'd have people buy it because they would love the novelty of it. So,
well, they used to come out with some of those games. Remember, like the Pac-Man? They had it looked like a little bitty arcade game system or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like Pac-Man, Frogger, or something. I don't remember what. They had 2 or 3 different ones, I think.
Yeah, one of the things about Pac-Man, that was one of the things in the documentary as well. So Pac-Man was a huge success in the arcade, and they talked about how they tried to put it on Atari, how it was just like a big flop. It was one of the worst games they'd actually done, and how things just didn't come together for that one. It was too clunky. It wasn't moving right and all kinds of stuff. But Miss Pac-Man came along later. I think they did a better job with that. But the original Pac-Man, it was terrible. They had the like that sound of the Pac-Man was terrible compared to what it should have been.
Yeah, and you would have thought that would have been a home run for Atari because you just had a joystick and a button.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been, you know, what else would you need for Pac-Man?
Yeah, but yeah, you don't even need the button.
right, exactly. You'd think that would have been a home run for him. Slam dunk.
Dig Dug, you had to blow it up. You needed a button for that, you know.
Dig Dug.
Yeah, Billy says Hardee's has tacos as well. I didn't realize Hardee's. We don't have any. We have one Hardee's is like down in one part of Kentucky that I know. I don't know where people here what to do. We don't have a lot of Hardee's here, or Carl's Jr., which is the same thing. But they're doing tacos, Taco Bell tacos for Pepsi. I mean, like could Taco Bell come out with a burger at some point?
Well, they did fries. They did fries.
They're doing the fries, but would it make sense? Could they pull off a burger? I mean, if Burger King can pull off a taco, and Hardee's can pull off a taco, can Taco Bell pull off a burger and say, "I'm in your backyard now"?
They just might do it just to piss them off, just because. And it'll be like a flame broiled taco or some shit like that.
I just think the taco can kick over easier than what the burger could do. I just don't know if they could. It's kind of like they're screwed. They're kind of now they could do like a burger burrito. I think get a burger patty in a burrito. I think that could be something they could pull off.
Possibly. Yeah. I will say though, Taco Bell's breakfast is as good as anybody's out there. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they got. I've heard the breakfast stuff is pretty good there too. And the Beer Man has said probably never get to a stream tonight. Has to get up and work in the morning. Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all?
Damn that work.
And Alan replied, "I hear that, Beer Man. Gotta be ready for work without getting hungover." Yeah, true that.
Except for Kyle, because he's probably on break still. I'd assume, right?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Don't worry, I'll say it for you. So when do you guys start school back? Because my daughter starts Monday.
What?
Oh, geez, no, we don't start till after Labor Day.
Oh wow, yeah.
So early. When did she get out? Like in May or April?
Let's see. They got out this past year at the end of May, and then she starts Monday.
That is way too early for me, I would think. It's not even August. I mean,
Right, exactly. It's terrible.
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 Kid gets screwed there.
So when I was growing up, it was Labor Day. That was it. It was Labor Day.
Speaking of
So we
Taco
still
Bell,
do that in New York.
speaking of Taco Bell, do you guys have Taco Bell cantinas there yet?
Nope.
No cantina, yeah. So we have one cantina in Cincinnati, which is kind of good. I mean, they actually have like beer on tap there, including one of our craft beers, the Rheingeister Truth is on tap there. At least last time.
Really?
Yeah, and they have like margaritas and stuff there too.
Nice.
Jeez.
I mean, Chipotle, they serve margaritas and beer and stuff like that too. So, not too, I guess, surprising. But I know they were putting it in some markets, but not all markets have it. Chicago, I think, has it there, and obviously, probably New York probably has one there or something. But I don't know how much it was getting around.
So it makes you wonder: is it going over good enough? Because doesn't seem to be spreading to the markets as fast.
I mean, the last time I went to the one here in our area, they stay packed. Every time we try to go there for lunch, it's usually packed. I mean, I don't know if they're drinking at lunch, but they usually get good service. But at nighttime, I would think if you would take a cantina, the best spot, put it on like some of the university grounds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like around university where students would probably go late night.
I mean, kind of goes hand in hand, right? Like White Castle, when you get some beers in you, like White Castle or Taco Bell, because they're always open late. You know, it's like, let's go, let's do it.
Never goes.
Well, next day it doesn't. That night it does.
White Castle is like, well, there's nothing else open but White Castle. All right, I guess we're going to White Castle. You don't plan it out. You're kind of stuck it out. Like, it's just out there at this point. We got to go. So.
Speaking of White Castle and breakfast, they have one of the best breakfast sandwiches you'll ever have. Fried bologna and egg sandwich.
You told me that, and I haven't been over.
Oh, come on, Rod. You got to do it.
Well, being I never
fried bologna and egg.
That'd be the place to start. Have you ever had fried bologna, Kyle?
You know what? No.
See? Maybe it's an East Coast thing. We never had fried bologna.
Man, what is going on here?
It's so funny. Like, first time I heard, like, I told these guys before, Kyle, first time I heard fried bologna, I was visiting my wife's family down in West Virginia. Come out, her brother wanted to make a fried bologna sandwich. I'm like, why are you making a fried bologna? Why don't you just make a sandwich? It's like, oh, it's so why don't we just have a hot dog? I mean, why you?
Well, you ain't got to take it there, Rod. Come on now. Oh shit!
Easy, Todd. Easy, buddy.
It's like if someone says you want to try these frog legs, and you're like, I never had them. Well, they taste like chicken. All right, well, give me some wings. Don't give me the frog legs if it tastes like chicken. If it's like chicken, why can't we just have the chicken? So, which I've never had frog legs. But everybody I know that had them, guess what? They say it tastes like chicken. So
I never had frog legs.
They do taste like chicken.
So does rabbit, people say too.
Why is Todd stuck on you seeing his hand right there?
I don't know. I'm trying to get my damn phone back on.
Todd's doing whiskey now, that's why.
No, I knocked my table over and now my phone's all fucked up.
Todd had 12% beer. He's doing whiskey. I think he had another beer in there as well at some point.
He's trying to compete with Gilbert.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You're drunk. That's what's going on. Oh, let me see here. And then Billy said, yeah, this is a blast. Good bunch of guys. Hey, thanks, man. Definitely appreciate it. Great having you guys. You guys make it all fun when we're doing this stuff. So, let me see.
Smash that like button. Smash it.
And then there's also like Taco Bell the beer. And I was like, who doesn't really like Taco Bell? I mean, it's not like you go after like, you know, but it's like when you have it, you're like, you're happy to have it. You're like, it's Taco Bell. Yeah, this isn't really that bad, you know.
Uh-oh.
He's got the link. We'll see if he'll make it back in. And Desert says pecan. So he's one of the more pecan people there. Pecan over the pecan.
Hey, Shannon. still on my phone. I still have Wi-Fi.
He thinks he muted himself. He's drunk, people. He's drunk. Let me see here. Gilbert said, oops, some whiskey fell in the glass beside me. That just happened, huh? Let's see. So he said, wine is the next big thing that's growing in popularity. Wine, they're trying to do some different things. I actually saw wine. They started coming out with some of the stuff last year as well, but putting it in cans. So not even wine, affordable essentially. If you have it in a can, if you can take it with you or whatever along those lines. Let me see if we lost Kyle here.
Yeah, Kyle kind of took off on us.
Let's see. Maybe Todd knocked his camera. There he is.
No, I knocked my little table over.
Hey, there he is.
Knocked your camera off, and you knocked off Kyle's camera too.
Yeah. Thanks, Todd.
Sorry.
That's incredible barbecue grilling and more. Hey everyone, welcome. Glad you can make it in as well. Another good one. I'm getting in talking to him. I'm enjoying watching some of the stuff. I need to catch up on more of the videos, but a lot of the barbecue guys, we were talking about some of the grilling and smoking and stuff earlier. They got some great channels.
Yeah, his channel's great.
Actually doing. I mean, but some of the thumbnails they have ribs and stuff like that. It's you start salivating just looking at the thumbnail. Really good stuff there. Beer Man's drinking a 10-barrel Apocalypse IPA. Good stuff. I had that once previously. I thought it was pretty decent.
I've never had that one.
Yeah, I haven't had that one
10
either.
barrel's not one we get a lot of distribution for in the area. I ended up getting it. Actually, I did get it at a Kroger, but it's because they opened up a new thing for whoever's distributing for them now. But we weren't seeing a lot of them. The first time I heard about them is one of their beers was in the 1001 beers you must taste before you die. That was what it was when they were talked about in that book as well. The dad from Dad Incredible, and they settle back. And then Beerman says, you're also in Bam Need. Cheers. Yeah, he does some good stuff on his cooking channel.
Yeah.
Billy says, oversized wine glasses are used for beer, especially in England, typically a big full bottle with trapping aromatics. Yeah. I didn't mean to put that big block up there. It kind of blocks you guys there. So, let's see here. Vanessa says, yes, the wheels. You bet on the numbers I caught at the carnival. Okay. That's the wheels they spin around. Dad's drinking a 4-hand citywide pale ale and pairing with cold pizza.
Oh, cold pizza is awesome.
Pizza.
Respect. Good move.
Yeah. Let's see here. And Beerman had a flashback. ColecoVision. Wow. Yeah, ColecoVision was legit for sure. Paul said he had an allergic attack a bit ago, so trying to get over the Benadryl hit, started preparing a canvas for a painting video later. Yeah, you guys need to check out. If you like painting, check out Paul's painting stuff. I mean, he does some really good stuff there. Let's see what else is here. Painting sounds great. Eric with an A&W. That's okay. I've been drinking Coca-Cola. Yeah. Are you in your A&W now, Eric?
Yeah, I switched over here. It's just about gone.
Billy had asked if that one, the IPA that Beerman was having was barrel aged, which it's not. So
this is vanilla barrel aged too, brother.
Billy said her gun, talking about Vanessa, is a Kipper Desert 45. And she says, yes, that gun is my icon pick. Is a Kunin 357 mag. It's my carry weapon. It's a semi-automatic 357 Magnum. See, Vanessa don't mess around.
Where's that 44 mag at, Vanessa? Come on.
Let's see here. Remember that says at some point I will be here. You know, we may do like a hangout. Like I said, this StreamYard makes things a lot easier to do a lot of stuff. Billy says, Beer Man is cool. You should see his home brew set up. I'm impressed. Yeah, so Beer Man is making some beers out there. He got good beers around him. He's making some beers. So he's in a nice beer paradise. And then Vanessa said, look closely at the picture, which I have here. It is not a 45. Leave that there. That is the Magnum. And Billy had said, thank you guys for all the stuff we were talking about. That Billy out here, man. Man, trying to keep up with all these. God, Vanessa, you're killing me. I roll cigars as well. Shade tobacco field. It's like, what does she not do? Like,
apparently
She's a
nothing.
army knife of people, man. Jeez.
I mean, I got to think. I mean, I don't know if Vanessa's married or not, but if she's a husband, I'm like, does he get to do anything around the house?
Right.
He would definitely probably be the ultimate house husband, you know. Let's see here. Beer Man said he loved Pac-Man and Frogger. Damn, now you are talking. That was one of the funniest episodes of Seinfeld when they had to move the Frogger machine. I don't know if you guys ever thought that was George.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. He moved across. He's like, I got this. He's moving to like Frogger and can't get up the curve.
And they do the aerial shot showing him doing Frogger. Yeah, that was awesome.
Gilbert says there are some nice to shoot beers that show up in Ontario. There's some flavored summer ale that just hit the shelves.
Yeah, I don't think we get the summer there to shoot summer ale.
Yeah, we just had what's called on sale here too. The freshly squeezed IPA. I think it went to like $9.99 a 6-pack or something. Usually I think it's like $10 or $11.99.
But just to make Joe jealous, I like Oberon.
Who doesn't like Oberon? Oh, Joe. Like Oberon.
Oberon's the devil. It's the devil.
They just changed their colors up for their summer release of it too.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see here. Beerman last minute comments a confusing thing, but yes, a burger taco. You called it. That's it. Taco burger. That could be it. I mean, I should write that down so they can't steal that idea from you.
There you go.
Beerman is at work. He said my break ended. Damn. So I guess you're going back. Dak says Crunch Wrap Supreme Burger. There you go. Dude, we should be doing some marketing here with Taco Bell. Gilbert's Island Vacation just rubbed in over here. Yeah, Gilbert, I forgot. So I didn't get a chance to ask you earlier how'd the beer tour go, because he was going to some different breweries this week. I think he went yesterday or today, possibly. He was going to be on a beer tour.
Nice.
Yeah, Paul says our teachers will most likely strike like they do every year when school starts. Well, yeah. Well, I don't think they strike because Kyle would know because he's a teacher. I don't think they strike because of a school starts. Probably striking because they're not getting something they should be getting in their plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a paid thing.
Want to work.
Yeah. In my state, you can't strike. A teacher, it's illegal for teachers to strike. No. Essential employees like police, firefighters, teachers, you can't strike.
I thought they like the police had their union and stuff, and there's different things. Like, that's interesting. Yeah. So if they did strike, they would just be fired, I guess. I mean, how do you stop them from striking if they actually did? Where do you go?
I don't know if they dock you like twice or I don't know. I don't actually know how it works, but like I know like we can't strike. I don't know. I guess that's one of those things I took. Like people told me, I took it at face value. You should probably look up what that really looks like. But yeah.
It'd just be interesting. I mean, like I said, it's, I was always saying I've never heard of a state where they couldn't.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of curious.
Yeah.
And then Beerman says nothing wrong with margaritas and beer, and I do agree. Vanessa was actually, I forgot she was a teacher as well, so she said she had never strike. She taught math from high school to college. Vanessa says fried bologna in a cast iron skillet over charcoal.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
People excited at this point. Yeah. Paul says frog legs are good.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah. And goodness is honestly, Vanessa, if someone like yourself does a strike, it's because you love your job. That is the best teacher, the best. Love it. Yeah. But there's teachers that do strike that do love their job, but it's they can't survive and they can't get what they need too. Kyle, are you talking? I think you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking up something about striking teachers. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how political I want to get, but whatever. People have different opinions at school, but like, I love my kids, but you got to make ends meet too. You got to make your money. So if you're somewhere where you're not getting paid enough money,
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of teachers have to pay stuff out of their own pocket for things too, and that's a whole different.
Oh yeah, like crazy.
You get hit on that kind of stuff, so I can understand why some teachers will strike for sure.
I spent $500 on pencils this year, and that's not an exaggeration. Yeah. That's an whatever the opposite of exaggeration is, an under exaggeration.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, kind of
$500.
And an interesting thing, kind of off topic. I mean, but since you're a teacher, I'll ask it here because you work in the school system. I don't know if you saw the thing out of the school system in Pennsylvania with the school lunches, and they were like trying to penalize. And the one CEO said, "Well, I'll pay for all the lunches," and the school wouldn't take the money from the CEO. It's like, how crazy is that? Like, if you want to pay, why can't you just go ahead? And it's like, I don't know.
I mean, if you look at a kid who can't eat, can't pay for food, and you're like, screw that kid. Like, I'm not gonna let someone help that kid. I don't know. We have different position on life. I don't know.
I was like, what? You're supposed to be for the welfare of the kids. Why are you even involved over here in the system? And obviously, you're not. So.
Especially something like that. Like, it's a private donor. It's it's not taxpayers. It's not. I mean, it's just some person was like, I'll pay it. Like, where's the harm in that? Like, it just sounds like you're trying to hurt kids or hurt poor families. I don't know. I'm all about trying to help people rise up, not keep them down.
Yeah. It's a crazy thing, but that's the world we're in sometimes.
Well, my thing is, if my tax dollars are going towards school or going towards a lunch or a breakfast or whatever, and my kid can't get it because of my pay, that's like, fuck you. My tax dollars are going towards that. My kid should be able to eat.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's obviously tough. Like a lot of districts, at least in New York State, you get to a certain point of like kids who qualify, and then they just give everyone in that school district the free lunch and breakfast programs. I mean, I'm not opposed to it just being for everyone, like in schools, like just whatever. This has nothing to do with beer, obviously.
Right.
I told you
you talk about like like kids.
We go off on tangents quite a bit here. So.
But like human beings have certain needs that have to be met. I mean, and food is one of them. So like, if we want a literate, well-educated populace for our democracy, like let's give kids every advantage, like a full belly, so they can learn. I mean, to me, it's like a no-brainer. Like, help kids so they can be successful. We want our country to be awesome. Well,
right.
Having people who do well in school and learn things and know how to navigate this world and participate in this world. Like, I'm not saying that to give them everything, but definitely,
at least
if a kid's hungry, they're not going to be paying attention to my class. They're going to think about the next time they get to eat something.
Right. Agree.
Yeah.
But anyway, how's the beer everyone's drinking?
Kyle's like, I thought this was a beer channel. What are we doing talking about all this other shit?
I told Kyle ahead of time, we go with the flow, so.
Yeah, and Rod knows. I mean, he and I talk politics and political things sometimes, but like typically the beer stuff I try to keep apolitical. Like, but yeah, like I'm a human being. I have ideas about things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like tonight. Most of the show tonight's been actually about food and grilling and stuff. So I mean, kind of the beer sprinkled in, but now we're talking
a little bit of guns.
Like Vanessa is. Rabbit is delicious. It does not taste like chicken.
I agree with Vanessa.
No true protein, but good meat.
Rabbit is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, rabbit is good.
Just had alligator and kangaroo chunks of jerk meat last week. Both have a unique taste. So, Spearmint.
Kangaroo, I thought kind of had like a gamey steak taste. I don't know. I didn't think it was that.
I never had kangaroo.
You know.
Me either.
I had kangaroo either, or knowingly had it. Let me put it that way.
Just haven't hopped on that one.
Boom, boom.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
See what you did there.
Come on, man. Come on.
I can't shake my head enough.
Yeah.
This is how it always is, man. Always.
Beerman says totally alligator tastes like fish. He says pondy fish. Wow.
Pondy fish. Okay.
Yeah, it tasted like fish when I had it. I mean, it tasted kind of just like a white meat type feel, kind of like a chicken breast almost, but just a little bit more gamier. But again, it was deep fried for the gator paw, so yeah.
Yeah, same way I had it. It seemed like it was kind of, if I remember right, it's been a while back, kind of tough, I thought. Texture was kind of tough on it.
Yeah.
It can get chewy quick.
Yeah. And Gilbert says if it is fried and on a Kaiser, it has to be veal. Veal. I haven't had veal in a while. I should do like veal.
I haven't had veal in a long time.
I teach because I want to teach my students how much I make as a material to the teachers, straight from your own time, not your students. Yeah. And that's one opinion there as well, too. So.
That's a
yeah.
conflicting, like, because you do want to do what's best for your kids, but like I have 2 kids, so like I got to do best with them too, and I need money to, I have 2 kids in college. I mean, stuff costs money, so I get it both ways, and I'm sure if Vanessa and I had a nuanced conversation in person, we would have a lot of overlap, But yeah, I mean, it's very conflicting. It's hard, and again, like that's the thing about like teachers, firefighters, police officers. Like, if you go on strike, these are like an essential job. So like I get it.
Yeah.
It's like everything.
Yeah, it's for the good.
Really complicated.
Yeah, it's for the good, but also in the end, it is a job also too, So you got to stand up for your own rights and needs also, I mean, it is for the kids. Don't get me wrong. It is for the kids.
Yeah, it's hard to balance.
It is. It's a double-edged sword for sure because, teachers, I mean, it is a job in the end, It's like you got to, for not getting what you should deserve, which most of you don't as it is.
Yeah.
To me, I think teachers and nurses as a whole are probably underpaid in general.
Yeah,
definitely. I agree with nurses too. Like that they're criminally underpaid. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, no one goes in to be a teacher because they want to be rich, right? So you're going to be at a different level, possibly. But it's
like everyone. We have bills to pay.
It's a selfless job.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some of the videos.
New York,
and I've seen some of the kids act up. And if I was a teacher, I wouldn't last too long because I'd have some kid buried under a desk somewhere, like, call your daddy. I'll be here all day. I'll whip his ass, too.
Meet me at the park at 3:00.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Let's see here. Gilbert says frog, rabbit, and sail is tasty. Don't knock it till you try it, eh? I don't even know what sail is.
Yeah.
Hey.
Is that a Canadian dish? And then Beerman said, LOL, Eric. Frogs and crawdads. Now, I've never had the crawdads.
I never had a crawdad either.
Time, I don't know, just to get it, the way you got to do it, it's like almost like a 3-part operation. I mean, in New Orleans,
I've had crawfish, crawdads, same thing, right?
Yeah, I think it is New Orleans or Nolans, depending where you're at, right? So, you go down there, you get peel and eat shrimp. It's enough of a challenge as it is. Because when they say peel and eat shrimp, they mean peel and eat shrimp. Like, they take nothing off. We get peel and eat shrimp here. We got like the tail on there, a little bit, maybe you have to peel off, or sometimes it's pre-peeled for you a little bit. Down there, the head, everything is on it. And you're sitting there trying to go through them all. And after like 5 or 6, you're like, why did I even get this at this point? So,
crawfish is good, but
I think with the crawfish, you got to do the
crack the head
on the whatever. It's like all 3 different parts. It's like, that's just too much. That's not even getting involved in that one.
Right. You're being too lazy, man. That's where all the flavor is. Come on, man.
That's right. And you got to suck the head. It sounds terrible, but you got to suck the head.
Yeah, right.
God.
It's like people that do the crab legs. Like, taking that little bit of meat out of there, cracking them and all kind of. And the crab legs buffet is one of the worst buffets to ever be at because them people are ready to fight these crab legs buffets. And you'll see people sit there with nothing in front of them, just waiting for the new crab legs to come out, and they're all there, and they're stacking them like this high on plates. I've never seen people go crazy at a buffet more than over crab legs.
You're like, why'd they show up with their football helmet and pads on? Oh, never mind. I know why.
It's a crab leg buffet.
And I've seen people go in pajamas to go to corral with the newspaper, like, you for a while. Nothing like a crab leg.
You've been here 4 hours. You must leave now.
The manager's like, hit the light switch on the way out to the customer. He's like, you've been
here 4 hours. You go now.
All you can eat. I ate it all.
Let me see here. Vanessa has said her 44 mag SW 629 has an 8.375 barrel. Been with her since the fall of '82. That's the one that's her hunted handgun. I don't know if I know anybody that hunted with a handgun before. I mean, obviously people do. It's just I didn't know.
Because she's badass.
Beer Man said I would be nervous. You know what? With Vanessa, there's a lot of things I'd probably be nervous about. But she'd have it all under control because she knows that I do so much, Beer Man said Ontario is awesome. There's some really cool beers coming out of there. And of course, that's where Gilbert is, up in Ontario. And he says he wants to go to Canada badly. Well, you're in Oregon. I mean, you can go to that part and go to Vancouver. You're right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Oh, and we have Joe number 2 or Joe Jr. with Paul saying Oberon sucks. So
Oberon doesn't suck, Paul, just because you don't like it.
Paul and Joe lead that contingency.
It's because Paul drinks it at 400 degrees.
Vanessa says, look at my Instagram account for photos of the patio cook center where the wood fire oven is going. I also show my bench swings around a fire pit my brother and I built in a weekend. I don't know if I have you on. I'll have to pull you up there on Instagram, Vanessa, and make sure I got you on there as well.
That's what I was just going to ask. Is it Vanessa Kitty on Instagram, or is it a different one?
Kitty, I think.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me see.
Rod and I playing on our phones. This is probably riveting.
There's more than one Vanessa. There's like Vanessa Kitty Jean. Vanessa Kitty. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same ones.
Seeing cats. So I don't see anything about
Yeah,
it.
let us know your Instagram.
I see nothing on the grill there. Vanessa Kitty 169 blah 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 blah. No, that's not her. I don't think. What's your Instagram, Vanessa? There's a few other out there. Vanessa _ Kitty. No.
Beer Man says just look for a gun.
Well, that's the other thing. I'm scrolling. I just don't see the guns popping up here.
What are you drinking, Kyle?
Yeah.
Oh, they're empty.
Yeah.
Paul says drain port, going back to Oberon.
No, Paul.
Gilbert says the LCBO does bottle swaps at Beer Man. If anything out of your area shows up here, some from here will show up there. Yeah, but Beer Man's in Oregon. He had to drive up to Canada to get the LCBO. Which he could go to Vancouver or whatever across the border. Yes, but it says some of the districts where teacher strikes happen lately are the most underpaid system in the country. Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, like West Virginia went on strike, Kentucky's went on strike. Where I'm at,
didn't LA go on strike a couple of years ago?
Yeah, they did, yeah. Which I saw a thing about living in San Francisco. So in San Francisco, if your household is making $120,000, you're considered to be lower income now.
Damn.
That's the cost of living in San Francisco.
I'd be in poverty then.
Yeah,
Yeah, no kidding. You and me both, Eric.
I'm like,
way into poverty. Way
it's time
into
to move.
Well, did you guys see that Brewbound? I think it was, yeah, right. Brewbound, like they were doing like the profile on craft beer drinkers. It's like the average craft beer drinker makes $75,000 to $100,000 a year. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you think for some of the beers out there,
Really?
they're thinking of what they're getting. You know, if you're going to spend for some like the ones that there's some that hunt the whales, but I wouldn't say a majority of craft beer drinkers are hunting the whales. There's a few that are out there, maybe like a 5%, 10% contingency to try to do the whales. Yeah. Other ones are just enjoying a lot of the craft beer stuff that's coming. Like, I'm not one of those guys who want to pay $60 for a bottle of some you can only get this one time in your life type beer, But some people.
I mean, I was thinking to my boss that article and be like, you should pay me more money, but yeah.
Yeah. You need to support my habit. You need to pay me more. Take that into your next rate.
Don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
I pulled in for every show on Project.
You're stifling me.
You not know who I am?
Don't you know me? That would be an interesting stat. That would be an interesting stat, though, to see what the true range of income is for that.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it's like an expensive thing. It's obviously costs more than drinking macros, but I don't know. That just seemed off to me.
That seems high. Seems really high.
Yeah.
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 And Paul says he pays $120 a month for my kids' lunches. That is a good chunk of change. Yeah, definitely. Do you got it? But I guess if you want to, I guess it's different now when you go to schools. Like, you pay any there, or what do you bring it? I mean, if you're bringing your lunch, are kids able to bring lunch nowadays though, or did things change?
Yeah, you can. My daughter takes her lunch.
Okay. You get peanut butter and jelly again.
That's right.
Well, maybe one of the reasons why you wouldn't be able to bring your own lunch is because of things like peanut allergies. But as far as I know, kids can still bring lunches.
Yeah. You need to go cut some grass if you want that Taco Tuesday.
Well, that and the lines are so long, it takes forever to get through them. And by the time you sit down, you don't even have time to eat your lunch.
Beerman says, you're definitely right. No hype. I understand totally, because my brother's a counselor at the Catholic high school, and he says the same thing, and this is in California. I agree, man. Cheers, crazy. So,
yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of things that people actually talked about, their position. They would find that they have a lot more in common than not.
And there's an interesting point. Paul says, why aren't my taxes provided for lunches? Good point.
Well, it's like Eric said. I mean, I'm not opposed to, just like kids show up and they can get their lunch, and then we know every kid gets, at least that meal or breakfast and lunch. I mean,
here's the thing that's kind of an issue with it too. So you're paying, like Paul says, why are my taxes paying for lunches? People are paying these taxes. Like, I pay school tax. I don't have kids, but I'm still paying for the school system for the kids to benefit, right? And to look at it and say, well, these kids can't get lunches, but some of these superintendents are in the mid 150s or whatever they're making. Why are you getting paid so much if you're not even feeding the kids in your food? Maybe cut your salary, put that money back into the kids that need to get in your district.
Now here, if your kids eat lunch at school and they go over, say, you put your money in an account and they draw from it. If you go over like $15, I think it is, they won't serve your kid a lunch, but they'll not the lunch that they provide to everybody else, but they're by law, they have to give them at least a peanut butter and jelly, fruit, and a milk for lunch. And that's considered like a free thing until you pay up your account or whatever. I don't know if it's like that everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Here's my thing about it. Like, I have an infinite number, or like an infinite amount of empathy for children. Not adults. Like, if you're an adult and you're screwing up your life, that's on you. Screw you. So, to look at a kid who didn't necessarily choose to not have money on their account, and you're gonna look at that kid and be like, no, you're not eating today.
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. No, an adult who screws up their life, that's on them. I have no sympathy. I don't want to help you.
And my mom was a cafeteria manager at elementary. She just retired like 2 years ago, and she had the same exact thought, Kyle. She's like, it's not the kids' fault they don't have food or their account's not paid up. She would serve them just a regular menu, anyway. One, not to embarrass them, but two, it's like, it's not their fault that there's no money in their account. What are they supposed to do? Right. Some of the kids that come there, that's the only meal that they're going to get probably for that day.
Yeah.
So she would serve them regardless, and because most of the time they'd throw out food anyway. So it's like, why not just give it to kids? Yeah.
Just gonna say that.
Yeah, there was a cafeteria lady last year. They got, I think, fired from a job because she went ahead and served them anyway. But then they didn't get her job back because the people put up so much resistance against the school for firing and giving her a job back or whatever. But
well, and it's run like a business, so they have to make sure their books add up. I mean, it puts them in a really tough position where if that kid didn't pay, but they served them, then that doesn't, make sense on the books. So, you're putting these people in really hard positions, and they're just trying to help a kid. Again, if you look at a child and you're not thinking what's best for that kid, you and I disagree fundamentally on what it is to be a decent human being.
Yeah.
All right.
And then some of the schools, like if they have some of the food, they don't serve it. They got to throw it away anyway. It's like wasted. So
Yeah, and that's exactly what Mom said. She's
food.
like, you could not believe how much food they'd throw away in a day. In a week's time, it'd be like, you could just, you could take that food to a homeless shelter or something. Just give whatever, I mean, why throw it away? Just give it to somebody.
Yeah.
But by law or whatever, they were kind of almost forced to just throw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's crazy. It's so fun.
Yeah, and she was always like, on my watch, there's no kid that's not going to get something that somebody else is getting for something that they can't control,
Yeah, because he's a decent person. Yeah.
Right.
It's funny. At one point, Dad said, "Great segue." I'm like, I don't even know what segue we went to. Gilbert said, New York gets Collective Arts. Money York Henderson, Sawdust City for Swabbers, Hotel and Beer Man.
Collective Arts is legit.
Well, now we're getting Collective Arts distribution now here as well, so I might check out some more of their beers too.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they are really good.
And the Paul said, "My taxes feed prisoners," though, which is true. Yeah, And then the prisoners they make work for like, I don't know, $1 or 50 cents an hour, or whatever their thing is. So this is a whole different discussion on that. But.
Yeah.
Beerman said, I recently had the city come and leave a leaflet on my door saying that we had trashiness in a beater van in our driveway. Second warning, it's our property. What up? LOL. Anyways, beer. Yeah. The city rules that people have for their city areas and stuff too. Let me see here. Simple Man's Barbecue. Welcome. He said, how are you gentlemen tonight? My first time on the live feed. Great having you.
Man?
Cheers.
Another good channel. Check out for some barbecue stuff. So, like I said, I'm digging some of the videos and watching some of the barbecue guys. I need to watch them more. It's just finding the time to get stuff in as well. As we all got day jobs. So you get a day job, you go to work, and then you come home, you upload some videos, you try to watch it. It's just tough sometimes. I'm trying. Vanessa says, what is required to get to be a teacher? You must now have a master in your subject to keep your license to teach. I completed my master's in September 2017 at age 56. And yeah, I mean, you got all the stuff that you got to satisfy. And if you're not getting it back, and it's like, now you got to go under, if you got student loans, your best bet is going under that 10-year forgiveness plan after you teach for 10 years where they wipe the loan away, but they're trying to get rid of that plan too.
That's only in high risk areas. That's not like every teacher can do the test.
Yeah, so that's something different. Like if you look online, you'll see it showing up that way, but you got to meet a certain stipulation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I paid back all my student loans, but yeah, I mean, I made sacrifices obviously to pay them back as quick as possible, but yeah, I had to have a master's. Like I had that much more, loan debt for sure. Hence why I would argue, pushing for a certain salary.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I was going to say, because I got some of the barbecue guys that have been coming in here, is like, I want to pair up with some of them and do some collabs, kind of do some pairing on, what are you grilling here? Well, what would pair with this is a nice, Saison or a nice stout or whatever it may be. And I think would be some pretty cool stuff to share as well. So
that'd be good video.
Simple Man's. If you guys, we want to do something, let me know. We could definitely get something set up for sure. Gilbert says snail. Blues have kicked in for sure. So he's doing pretty good, I think. Dad's enjoying a couple of drinks. What are you drinking, Dad? What are you enjoying tonight? As a matter of fact. Gilbert says, oh, yeah, crab legs. They would have to roll me out. Gilbert's not going down without a fight.
Takes too long to eat them, and then they're cold by the time you get to the meat anyway.
And then to Eric's comment, Beerman said, you go now, LOL.
Go now.
You must go.
And Vanessa, we didn't know enough about Vanessa. She's retired from Air Force in '96. I knew, went to college, then he completed BS in math and computer science. So Vanessa's done a lot of great things out there. She's
the full gamut of everything.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Let me see. Okay, so she said Instagram is just Vanessa M. Kitty. So let me.
As you both reach for your phone
Yeah.
simultaneously.
There's no better time than the present because otherwise I'll forget about it if I don't do it now.
And I'm an Erica Lyons fan, all one word.
Got you. Oh, middle name's Marie. There we go. Got some good stuff going on there.
I will have to sign up too eventually.
I
I can't do it now. I can't do it now because I'm on my phone.
She made a pizza from the grill. Nice.
That pizza looked
Ooh.
good.
I
Yeah.
hit that with a like real quick.
I thought about doing that on my smoker, but I haven't done it yet.
The fire pit swing set is pretty
Ooh.
sweet too.
The fire pit swing. Oh, the fire pit swing. Yeah.
Minute pineapple corn, some pineapple.
It's not on pizza though, right?
Bacon wrapped pork tenderloin stuffed pineapple slow cooked on the barbecue.
Ooh, damn. I am getting hungry now.
Big old lobster. Yeah, she got lots of good stuff. I like the fire pit there too. Yeah, but if you're on Instagram, check out Vanessa M. Kitty. Good stuff on there.
All right, Vanessa, I'm on mine too, so you're gonna get the
Yeah.
you're gonna get a follow for me.
Beer Man thought it was funny. He said, "Just look for a gun." Let me see. Gilbert said, "Indie beer is better on the East Coast of Canada. BC is great, but more into distilling." Dad says, "Too many great beers readily available. My well hunting days are over." Yeah,
Yes,
so,
mine are too. Mine are
I
too.
mean, I don't go after the wells. Like, if I happen to see some good stuff pop up, I'll check it out. But I've never waited in a line. That's one of the things I'll say. I've never waited in a line for a beer release, and I don't think I'll ever wait in line for a beer release because there's just so many good other beers out there. And if I come across it, then I come across it at a later point. But it's just something I haven't done. I don't know if you've done it before, Kyle. If you've been in line for beer, I know Todd has done it at 450 North, which we do appreciate. I just haven't done it myself, but
I say, watch your mouth there.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
You
gotta watch your mouth, boy.
In lines. I mean,
you talk about something and about 3/4 year through, you're like, did I want to really talk about that?
Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Todd, you keep doing what you do, my friend. But have you ever been in line at a bottle release, Kyle?
yeah. I mean, I live relatively close to Treehouse. I've done their line, I don't know, 5 times maybe at this point. I did a wild ale at Ithaca Brewery once, and then one time outside a bottle shop for Hetty Topper back in the day before they started kind of distributing a little bit more. So, maybe 7-8 times. Yeah.
I don't know if you have, Eric. Have you done it as well? Or
No, I haven't.
I feel like I should do it just for the experience of it. At some point, I can just do a video while it's out there, kind of waiting.
But I'm like you, Rod. I'm like, why do I want to stand in line when there's other great beers that I can pick up at the store that are readily available? Like this right here, like this. I don't have to stand in line for this one.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like some of the experience stuff might be kind of cool, but like I probably get pissed off like on top of the 450 North and you see some people go in there and try to load up. It's like, what the hell, Everybody else to get something. Why are you trying to hoard it all? You're not going to drink it all. Their stuff says drink fresh. You're walking out with a case. You're not going to drink all that. Shit.
No, they're getting it to trade for Trillium, Treehouse, whatever. You name it, they're trading it.
Yeah. Vanessa says peanut butter and jelly on homemade bread. So she probably makes her own bread too.
She probably doesn't even go to the store. She hunts. She does whatever. She just makes her own stuff there.
Yeah. I agree with her. I agree with her on that. Homemade bread is the way to go.
Oh yeah.
The thick bread, like
yeah.
She probably makes her own beer, wine, bread, peanut butter, jelly,
brandy, vodka, gin. Oh God! Look out, buddy.
That's funny.
Damn cords.
Beerman had to go, but thanks for hanging out. I don't know if Beerman left yet or not, but appreciate you being here, brother. Your dad Incredible, say goodbye to him as well. So yeah, Beerman has some good stuff. Make sure you guys definitely check him out as well. Gilbert says Alberta has the best booze selection in North America. Like a kid in a candy store, I get most of my whiskey shipped from there. Save hundreds.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty nice. What did you say? He said, "Damn, did I put that in? I'm still here. What? LOL." So he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
LOL. Don't be getting all trippy on us, beer man. He says, "I have no idea that typed in LOL a demon." Oh, Whiskey Throttle's in the house. Whiskey says, "What is this? A 4-way?"
Ooh.
Yeah, he says hello there, Gilbert. Beerman says LOL as well. Beerman said, "I recently brought a bunch of different fruits, known and tropical, and tried them. It was interesting." Let me see here. Let's see. Whiskey says, "You need to hook up with some lady beer drinkers." That's what Whiskey Throttle said. Oh, I can't hook up. I'm married for one. But actually, Vanessa's here. So Vanessa actually drinks here and there. So she's actually in the chat. And actually, next Tuesday, I posted a thing on my community tab as I start to branch out and stuff. And I know, Kyle, I know you're familiar with Afro Beer Shake. We're going to be doing a video next Tuesday night together.
Very cool.
About her stuff, too. So, and then we're going to hook up probably at the Fresh Beer Fest a couple weeks when I'm in Pittsburgh and stuff, too.
Are you going to film anything there or do like a wrap-up video or a recap?
I'm trying to get too drunk, but, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go there. It's going to be a few things taking place. Right now, there's some talks about Friday night. There might be a big bottle share. There's a brunch thing New Belgium's doing Sunday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. The big festival is from 3 to 9 on Saturday. So, yeah, I'm already connected with some people. I'm going to connect with some of the breweries I know. Hopefully, I got to find out if Chris is going to be there from Black Frog Brewery. He's up in Northern Ohio, but we've been trying to catch up the last couple of years. So if he's there, definitely going to get an interview again with him.
Nice.
Some of the other guys and stuff too. So planning to shoot some video and stuff and connect with a lot of the people. So that should be good. And then I may do a stream like Friday night. I told some of the other people, hey, I'm going to probably stream if you guys want to get involved and come by. And a couple people said they would. We may stream while we're doing some drinking and stuff too.
Nice.
And then a week before, I'll be at the Cincy Beer Fest here, which will be, I'll do some stuff there with some of these guys, and I'll catch up with some of the brewery people too. So
awesome.
There'll be some stuff happening. Beerman, that's right. Beerman was Navy in '92, so he was in the Navy as well. So another military service.
Nice.
Beerman says, "What? You saying pineapple? I love that in an IPA. Where did the pineapple come from? I didn't see the pineapple comment." And busy making money to buy more whiskey. There you go. What has he been? Oh, he said, yeah. Eric said, "Cheers, Day. A long time no see, son." And so, yeah, Throttle's out there trying to make them dollars so you can buy the whiskey.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Foamy's having having more cowbell from Buffalo Bayou, bro. And cheers. Buffalo Bayou was on Liquid Lunch today. Check it out if you want. All right. I'll take a look at that. I don't know if I have Liquid Lunch on here. Let's see.
On your Untapped account.
Well, I think Liquid Lunch, I'm thinking it was probably a YouTube channel.
Oh, is it?
I would think. Unless I'm wrong there. Let me know if I'm wrong, Foamy Head. I haven't heard of them before. So many different channels out there. Let's see. Liquid Lunch. Is there a channel for it? Yeah, Liquid Lunch is a channel. And the Liquid Lunch Show. So yeah, they had a show earlier today. So thanks for the heads up, Foamy Head. I'm going to go ahead and sub for them as well so I can check them out. They're out of Texas. it's so cool being able to find out about some of the newer channels and newer stuff that are happening. You gotta love the beer community. It's a fun time. It's good stuff. So this was your first time, like with Joe and Matt and them.
Matt, I've hung out with. I did 2 podcasts with him, and we hung out at a brewery once. So I met him a few times. But yeah, it was the first, and obviously the Nerd Sense guys I've done stuff with and hung out with them in person. But yeah, so Joe was the only new person for me. But yeah, I mean, it's always been. I've only had positive experiences meeting people from the YouTube scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like when you meet them for the first time, you're like, you feel like you've known them longer than you actually have because you talked to them for so long.
It probably, like, I was talking to some other people when I first got there, and Joe was already there, and it probably took a few minutes till I even acknowledged him, because it wasn't like, it almost felt like I didn't have to introduce myself or be like, hey, it's nice to meet you in real life, because we've talked enough, where it's just kind of like, oh yeah, like, I guess we should say like hello to each other, but it just kind of, it felt immediately like, yep, we've been friends, we know each other. There's nothing significant about this first meeting because we know each other.
Yeah, I know when I first met Todd, when we came up, it was like we felt like we knew each other for so long already, even though it was the first time we met in person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Vanessa said, did you see the whole pineapple pudding stuff before tender one and completely wrapped in bacon? You put it on the barbecue, smoked it for several hours, posted pics on the Instagram too. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I like that one. Beerman said he would love to go to Treehouse only because it's exclusive and he saw them on YouTube and it interested me.
Yeah, I mean, they get a good reputation for a reason. They're solid. Yeah.
And Trillium is too, which they're good.
Trillium's so good.
Yeah, for Trillium and Treehouse.
And Trillium's better. It's a little bit pricier, but like you can walk in, get stuff, and leave. Like the line thing is completely different, between Trillium and Treehouse, but it's a little further for me. It's a little bit more money.
Beerman said, nothing wrong with homemade bread. My wife makes bread too. It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa, homemade bread has the wood fried oven. I put it like that. And Beerman says, no, I'm still here. I don't know why it typed that. Beerman get a little trippy on his stuff, right? And then Gilbert says, Eric Gilbert, there is not a whiskey in AB at Rajay BeerVentures. And let me see. Gilbert says, I bought the Paul Coffee whiskey, but that's it since St. Patrick's Day. And then Whiskey's asking, where's Beer Patrol? He reads the comments faster. LOL. Yeah, he does read them.
Yeah.
He's not
off being lame somewhere.
Yeah.
Which is why we have Kyle for No Hype Beer Reviews.
And I don't read the comments at all.
Let's see here. Eric Gilbert, Whiskey asked if it was good. We have some out here, but never tried it yet. And Beerman said, Paul Coffee, whiskey. He says whiskey now. I wish for whiskey. LOL. Yeah, very good. Gilbert says it's very good for 40. Most of it got shipped to Alberta. So the Whiskey Throttle's also up there in Canada as well. Vanessa says my pineapple stuff for pork tenderloin and wrapped in bacon. I posted above. Let me see now. Beerman says I'm hungry. Eric Gilbert says I might have to get a whiskey. I might have to get a bottle then. Beerman said, what a great name for a channel. Liquid Lunch. Love it. So,
yeah, that is pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona's in the house, says welcome, Arizona. Thanks for swinging in, brother. Because Arizona's a couple hours, I think. Or is Arizona 3 hours? Are they West Coast? Are they Pacific?
Is it
2, I think. I think they're 2.
Are they 2 now?
Yeah, 2. I think they're 2. So I think they're mountain.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know, because it depends what part of Arizona you're in, because they don't like to do the standard dayline time type thing in some parts, I think. So,
yeah, neither does Indiana. So
he says, "Why is damn elevator music? Why are my ears crying? I don't know. It's nice, relaxing, soothing music. Maybe you're not used to being soothed." Everybody else is saying hi. And look at that. Finally to the end of the tunnel. Beerman says, Trillium. Never heard of this. Well, that's because you're in Oregon. You're covered with so many other good beer breweries out there that
Yeah.
that's why you never heard of it. But Trillium's a pretty solid one here on the East Coast. Great, great talking and great.
They do a lot of styles well.
Yeah. Vanessa, stop. She says she makes homemade English muffins as well.
Is there anything that's not homemade that she does?
Vanessa, will you marry me? Okay.
Oh, Beerman says, you should see me in my lives. I'm so behind all the time. It's hard to keep up on a lot of it. But the one thing I do like, again, about StreamYard is before I had to fluctuate between screens. If I'm in the Hangouts chat, I have to go out to another screen to see comments. They actually have a built-in where all the comments are actually being scrolled down the side, so you're on the same screen, which is nice. Let me see here. Beerman says, yes, it's relaxing music. I agree. Just to kick back and relax like you're in a lounge, you know? And which says not beery white music. I don't know. There's no beery white, so. And then Beerman says, LOL in Oregon. Yikes! No one would love to check out. No one would love to check out everything. Let's see here. Stop. But that's a jar of hot peppers too. Hot pepper jellies, blackberry jellies. So basically, she also jars things, jelly stuff. I love.
Of course.
Yeah. What are you doing now? Oh, I'm canning some stuff. I'll be done in a little bit. What am I doing now? Oh, I'm putting in the well. I decided to build an ark where it's supposed to get some rain. That's what the message is. That's awesome. And the whiskey went down as well, too. So, finish that off for a little nightcap tonight.
What kind of whiskey was you drinking?
It was called Rebel Yell. It's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I actually got this one because I had a thing that Ibotta app, where if I bought the Ibotta app, it gave me money back on it. And I got to Kroger, and it was actually already on sale, too. But I had never heard of it before until that point.
How'd you like it?
Yeah. So decided to go ahead and check that out. It's 40 ABV, 80 proof, handcrafted according to the original time-honored recipe since 1849.
So what'd you think of it, Rod?
Well,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, what do you think?
It went down well. It's a nice one. It actually won on here. It says San Francisco World Spirits Competition 2016 gold medal. It's a nice, decent one. I would drink this more than like it's not as harsh as like usually I'm a big person that would drink like Beam or Daniels. It's definitely not as harsh as some of those ones. It's got a nice little more smoothness to it. So I got that one here, but this is one I haven't opened yet. This is the Japanese whiskey.
Oh, okay.
Ishii whiskey. This is when I got the deal on at Party Source. I got this for, I want to say the bottle was like 40, but it was usually selling like at 85 or 90. So I got like two of this. This one is the cast type, the sherry. I don't know if it's coming through there, but it's sherry for this one. So this is one they had there. And then that's 41.8 ABV. And then also got this too, which is actually pretty decent. This is the Bourbon Barrel Gin. So that's pretty, I've had a little bit of that, which is pretty nice. This is from Watershed Distillery, 56% ABV alcohol volume. So I've had a Bourbon Barrel Gin. And I also have this one here, which is also Ishii. This is the brandy barreled one for the whiskey from Japan as well. So I had to do this one and the other one.
Nice.
This was cast 90. They made 347 bottles, if you can see that over there.
Wow.
So it was like a limited one. They actually did that. So that's pretty solid. And then, Todd, you know this one. This is actually Kraftwerk And this is a brandy, but it was done in the Bo and Luke barrels.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the grain.
That one there is actually who makes that one?
The distillery.
Yeah,
Copper and King.
Copper and Kings. That's just across the river from me.
Yeah.
Nice.
They got a pretty cool outfit there. It's really nice.
So it's copper pot distilled American brandy, non-chill filtered, 55.5 alcohol by volume, 111 proof. And this
So
one,
I got an apple brandy that they made for like half price a couple years ago. It's
Right.
pretty good. I'm not big on brandy, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty decent. They have like once a year they have like a starving artist type thing where you can go and buy like artwork for like I think it's like $20 or $25 maximum or something.
yeah.
And then you go upstairs and they have a beautiful like patio type thing, and you can kind of see the city in the backdrop or whatever. And they had like all their homemade stuff. I think it was like maybe their second year in existence, and they had all their stuff like half price.
Yeah.
Yeah, Copper and King's doing some, and they're actually like pairing up with like Against the Grain and other places doing some like beer age type stuff or whatever.
Nice.
Pretty cool concept, yeah.
And I have another one that's like a bourbon one. It's kind of in the thing. I don't want to move because I have stuff sitting on top of it. But and then I got a couple of the rums I brought back from Jamaica when I came back. The Appleton Estate Signature Blend, and they're special. So threw those babies in the suitcase, checked it.
I saw somebody just come out with a peanut butter whiskey bourbon.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be phenomenal. A friend of mine works for like Brown Forman, I think it is.
Okay.
And he tried it and posted it, and he said it was excellent. Like the peanut butter in it's really good.
Nice.
I can't think of the name of it offhand.
Whiskey said, where is it from? We have it up here, but it's on the bottom shelf. Too hard to bend over. Which one did you ask me where it's from, by the way? Or maybe I said it, so I didn't see which one you're talking about. Oh, Flacco Beer Reviews in the house. What's up, fellas? Welcome, Flacco.
What's up?
What's going on?
Another good channel.
Drunken One jumps in as well. Welcome, Drunken One. Another channel. Good channel there, too.
D1.
Good folks for sure. Beer Man is saying how he loves gin as well. Gin is one I've actually started to like a little bit more as I've been getting back into it. I would like to see some more gin barrel beer out there as well. So, let's see if there's anything else here. Scrolling down. Vanessa said cranberry moonshine with bottle filled with cranberries, deep freeze, tasty stuff.
And let me guess, I bet she made it herself.
She is a Martha Stewart. I was actually, we were talking about going like a fall trip down to Gatlinburg, which Todd knows, because down in Tennessee, people go to Gatlinburg to cabins and stuff to get away. And I was like, I haven't had moonshine in a while. So usually when I go to Gatlinburg, I'll pick up moonshine and stuff to drink down there.
It's a must.
So that might be an upcoming thing as well. Throttle says, don't tell me that I'm drinking Moosehead. Nothing wrong with Moosehead.
Their Radler was good. Really good.
It says, I'm trying to perfect making a cranberry sauce shooter like a Jello shot, but homemade cranberry sauce shot.
Nice. Sounds good.
Blackberry moonshine. Dang tasty, too. I never had a blackberry moonshine.
No.
Here, like a big one is apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
Loved apple pie, especially with the cinnamon stick in there.
Yeah.
And then Flacco says, beer and good people. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Beerman says, I haven't been super impressed with Moosehead, but I'm yet to try something I like for them. So maybe.
Their Radler. Get their Radler. It's good.
Yeah, actually, their Moosehead Radler isn't bad at all. It's actually pretty decent for a lighter type drink, too. But, yeah, a lot of people coming through tonight. It's midnight now, pretty much. So we definitely went a little longer, but great time. We didn't really get into any beer news. I actually had a few things on the beer news, but don't really have time to get into it. I mean, one thing is, like I said, I'm going to Pittsburgh for the beer festival upcoming. So if anybody's been to Pittsburgh, then they know Permane Brothers that does the sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
Permane Brothers is unveiling. It happened today, actually. They unveiled a pickle beer. So I may pick up some of that just to try to see what it tastes like when I get there. Because I'm going to try to hit Permane Brothers because it's kind of a must when you go to Pittsburgh. Like I said, if you guys don't know what Permane Brothers are out there or you're watching, Google them. They make some of the best sandwiches anywhere in the country. And it's kind of crazy how they started because they were like more like a trucker stop. And the truckers didn't have time to eat everything. So they mashed everything into one sandwich and it became a big hit for them. But a lot of good things there as well. George they can do a lot worse than Moosehead like Miller Lite. Oh, that's pretty funny. Beerman says same with Full Sail. Maybe they have something good. I haven't had a Full Sail beer in a while. Beerman said nice rattler. Okay, thanks. So we'll try that. That's awesome. You guys are great. Well, you're great too. So we definitely appreciate you being here for sure. What else did I have here? Oh, there was a thing with the Pabst. They're doing their hard coffee. So apparently it's doing well, but it's still only in the test markets. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. I think that somebody just did it on there. I think Mark brought it up when I was on Joe G's channel because he's in Georgia. But right now the test markets in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maine, Georgia, and Florida. But apparently it's doing good, so I may try to pick up some of that when I'm in Pennsylvania just to see what it tastes like. But I don't know if you've seen it, Kyle, like coming over from the Jersey side or.
I haven't seen it yet. Just some guys from Jersey and Maine who posted that they got it, but nothing's filtered my way now.
But they're trying to go that F&B route for that flavored malt beverage type situation. So, they're trying to do something different. Definitely, can't fault them for that. Paul says still on. Damn, the ball must be at work. Beerman says Miller Lite is not a go-to.
Come on, man.
Damn, Eric, they're just hating on you.
Hey, right here, boys.
Pickle beer.
Right here.
He says, pickle beer? Yikes. Artifact did a pickle beer. It had mixed reviews on it. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I didn't try it, but I don't know. I like pickles. So if I like the taste of pickles, I'm thinking I may like the pickle beer. If you don't like pickles, I don't know why you would try it, obviously. So,
that's the one I will not try.
Yeah. Beerman says, Pabst. Wow. Hard coffee. Wow. He's looking now. Vanessa says, Miller Lite, say it ain't so. It's coming in hard for Eric here.
Hey.
Well, there goes your proposal, Eric.
Haters are going to hate, buddy. Haters are going to hate.
Beerman says, awesome. You're awesome, Eric. Much love. One of the funny stories from this week was also that there was a Baltimore seafood restaurant. They got in a dispute, I guess, with PETA over a billboard. I guess they were doing for the restaurant. So they actually launched a PETA Tears beer in response to PETA. That's apparently doing well down there. So, so that was kind of a funny thing that I actually saw out there following that whole dispute and everything. But that's like some of the beer stuff happening. I was going to touch on the whole Angry Orchard thing. I really didn't get a chance to. We never got around to really talking about it too much. But
I bet you can bring it up with Afro Beer Check. I'm sure she has her opinion on that.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely talk about it on Tuesday night when we do that. I'm sure that probably talk about Founders as well. We'll talk about that stuff as well. But Angry Orchard, not to really get into it too deeply because we'll be shutting down here in a little bit. The situation they went through, they've actually released a statement. They said the people have been, the situation, the people in the manager on duty have been replaced or whatever, but nobody knows what that really means. They're like, do you mean they've been fired or are they still there? There's going to be like some type of training they're saying. It's like, it's almost the same answer people are hearing. And people are now saying, you know what, I wasn't really, maybe I was drinking Angry Orchard. I'm not going to drink Angry Orchard, or maybe I wasn't drinking it, but I did drink Sam Adams, so I'm not going to maybe touch Sam Adams. It's going to be interesting because there's like people that were lighting it up more on Twitter about some of the stuff that was actually happening. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, I haven't bought a Sam Adams beer in a long time anyway. And as far as like their side, I don't like Angry Orchard that much. I mean, if I'm going to cider, I'm going to Eric's territory and get a Blake's Hard Cider. I think they make some of the better ciders out there. But it's just interesting. It was all over a stupid situation. It's not saying obviously that the whole company is any type of racist type way, but they get these employees that do these things, and it looks bad on the company, and it reflects bad on them. And the way they went through all that stuff, there wasn't much around it, or how you cannot kind of point the finger like, what the hell is going on here? You know, the many times people came back as well. So I don't know. I know you saw some of the stuff too, Kyle. I know, Eric, you responded on some of the stuff too that you saw there, but you know, it's getting old real quick.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't feel like we live in 2019. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Very true.
Very true, Kyle.
Yeah. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, did I go back in time? So, but sometimes you wonder that as well. But yeah, I'm sure Tuesday we'll touch on a little bit there, or you know, maybe next week we'll touch on a little bit more, see how things play out. Because I responded to him and I said, you know, you guys are trying to do what you're doing. Okay, so you supposedly did whatever you did to. It doesn't say reprimand or whatever. People are saying, you know, personally, I think you guys should have kicked in some money for the wedding for the people. You know, you kind of ruined what's supposed to be their best day of their life. And
yeah.
you should be doing something more than just saying, "Oh, we handled this with the situation." So, you know, that's just my personal opinion. That's why,
Yeah,
I don't really drink any Founders anymore. But you know, I'll definitely support Dark Horse as much as I can, because I think they handled the situation the way it should have been handled. So my Founders money goes to Dark Horse. But that's just me.
yeah.
How I roll.
No, preach, man.
Since, you know.
Yeah, you know I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So Eric Gilbert says Founders blows. Yeah. But you got more of their stuff sitting on shelves now too. So I mean, it's funny because one of the groups that I'm in, and we're going to the Fresh Fest, is like almost like every few weeks, people are like, "Well, what's the deal?" You know, now with Founders, and people are like, you know, not drinking them, just not going back to drinking them anymore. You know, so. You know, is it enough to make a difference? I don't think it's. I don't know how much is making a difference up there. I mean, there was a thing that came out about Michigan sales. I think Founders and Bell's led the way in a lot of the sales, but you know, things just change, and people are starting to get more of the word around some of the stuff, and we'll see what happens. But it is what it is. 7,000 plus breweries. If you don't go to one or two, you're still going to be okay.
Exactly.
Still plenty out there.
That's the great thing about enjoying beer in this time frame. We got so many choices. So
You know it.
that's my soapbox for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Eric before we get ready to shut it down.
All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. Guys, it's stupid to drive home drunk, and when you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid-ass sobriety test, then you get a free ride to jail. They're going to have court fees and impossible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family, friends, put yourself 6 feet under. Just sleep off your buzz to get your car the next day. Use the apps on your phone like Uber and Lyft. Call a cab, a taxi, have someone call to get you a ride, because in this day and age, it's stupid to drive home drunk. So you're going to have thousands upon thousands of dollars in court costs. And if I find out you're doing it, I'm coming into the baseball bat and taking your knees out. Not really. Not really.
No, he'll do it. So, but you ruined it. You're like old school, like, we'll have a home by 12. We'll have a home. It'll be okay. No, but yeah, so drink responsibly, take care of yourself. Thanks for everybody that chimed in. Big thanks, Kyle, coming on board tonight, stepping in, and hopefully you had a good time here. Anything you have upcoming on your channel you can let the people know about?
I mean, I mentioned it a little bit before, but definitely be on the lookout for all these crossover videos from Matt from Massive Beer Reviews, BeerTube event. So yeah, again, you'll see stuff on my channel, Massive Beer Reviews, Joe from the Beer Patrol, and the Nerd Sense guys. So yeah, be on the lookout for that stuff.
All right, and Eric, what do you got coming on your channel?
I am going to do this again, but I'm actually going to do an actual beer review. So you're going to be seeing Dragon's Milk on here. And then I'm going to do, might be bringing back Malt Liquor Monday. I think I'm going to have a beer that you guys really going to appreciate. So, and look, I see Kyle with a big old grin on his face.
I hope it's Four Loko.
Four Loco.
I love Four Loko.
It's not Four Loco time.
Oh God! Come on, Eric. We want to see you drain pour half of it again.
I got one. I've got one in store for you. And then my usual Tigers, Lions.
Colt 45.
Nice.
Come on, man. Come on. You're killing me, Small.
Yeah, so make sure you check out No Hype Reviews. No Hype Beer Reviews. Make sure you check out Eric the Lions Fan. Making sure you check out all these guys that are in the comment section. Beer Man, PA Brewers, all the different people that have been a part tonight. Check out Whiskey Throttle for some things on whiskey as well. Drunken One who popped in there for a bit. A lot of great people here in the chat. So make sure you see what they have to offer. And of course, remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, especially if you're new and you haven't subscribed and you're kind of checking us out. Make sure you do that. We do this every Thursday night at about 9:15 Eastern. Tonight we went a little bit longer. We've been using about a couple hours last night. We got into some other stuff, so we ended up pushing more to that 3 hour. But thanks for everybody that was a partake in it. If you're not familiar, you can also check out the website where you can find out just not the videos that are here, also other beer news and beer-related items that I also place on there. And then again, for some people, we're asking about some of the t-shirt stuff. You can actually check out the Rod J BeerVentures store there, which is on Square, if you wanted to look at some of the t-shirts. I know Eric had got one before, and other people started asking about some different stuff, so that's out there. All these are in the description as well, so you don't have to worry about writing them down here. They'll be part of the description left there as well. That all being said, go out there, get your beer on. We're about to hit the weekend. Tomorrow is Friday, baby, so we're going to be cut loose, have some fun there. Next Tuesday night, if you came in later, I'll be live again with the one and only Afro Beer Chick. So we're going to get in some good conversation around the beer world. Next Thursday night, we'll be live again here. Next Saturday, Saturday after this Saturday, because it's like, is it this Saturday or is it next Saturday? Sometimes that's confusing for people. The next Saturday, which is August 3rd, I'm going to be at Cincinnati Beer Fest. I'm going to get some video there. The following weekend, I'll be at the Fresh Fest in Pittsburgh doing some stuff there. So a lot of good things coming the way. Here on the channel. Appreciate all you guys checking everything out. Make sure, comment. There's beers you want us to take a look at or want me to take a look at. Always feel free to leave a comment on there. I know some of you have done that, so looking at some other beers. I do get some of the Canadian distribution, which is behind the U.S. Canada is now the second country, so there's some Canadian beers. I do have a couple of the Flying Monkeys upcoming, the Juicy Act, and then the Sparkle Puff. I know some other ones. I got a barley wine, a few other ones. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do some reviews there too. And for the ones that'll watch this later on, that I have buddies there, across the pond in the UK and stuff, I am trying to do some more of the English beers too. So we'll get some of those reviews up as well. That all being said, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Look forward to catch you guys next time. Next upload will be tomorrow at 4:15. You'll see what that beer will be all about. And from now on, for a while, I'm going to be uploading at 4:15 every day. And you're going to start to see those videos at that time. Maybe in the weekends, I'll hit you with the double deuce, get you with 2 videos. We'll see what happens. Look forward to catching you guys next time. For myself, for Kyle, for Todd, for Eric, cheers. You guys have a great night. Head into a nice Friday. Catch up with you this weekend. Cheers.